will bring the two candidates and their parties together and would have a meeting to discuss it. I'd like to just place on record that that collation was done in the presence of your agents. Your party was written to and you participated. So it was not done on your blind side. However, as I mentioned, we will have an in-depth meeting to discuss it. It's important to note that it was not, the version is being created that it was done that's what we were waiting to.
When we look at the community, we have only one government school, and it is overcrowded. For that reason, we have come together with the people of Bethlehem and that of the churches and the Muslim community that we are building a school of society that will be handed over to the government, so that all these overcrowding will be the thing of the past. So everything that is doing right here is trying to increase. But to be made with you, it is only years before we get this amount and the layers of the project over there. So that I can come back faster than completion. So that my people, future leaders, will get there. We normally say something that will not work for the government, which is really true. But in order to say this, what do we have in support of that? Because this is before we do everything, you must have money. I have realized that if we are able to come here in unity, then why can't we in that unity develop the community in which we are? Because some people have done it and we can also make it. And for that reason, out of this very gathering, we are going to set up a development committee and a development fund so that all the challenges facing the community, we can tackle it ourselves. I am appealing to the government that our roads are not good. There are so many challenges that we face. We know how capital-intensive road construction is. And for that reason, we are appealing to the government to come to our aid so that all the time our future leaders are suffering. The donors, when they are sick, taking them to hospital, die prematurely. All these things will come to pass. Parents, in all instances, any community without future leaders have no future. And for that reason, I kindly beg each and every one of you to make sure that the youth coming may be trained in the fear of the Lord, so that when they grow, they will not depart away from it, so that they will be an asset for us.
Ebusian for my nyina gbechile ensemi eso na yemfa class akankasa kase bono ensi ha kai say yes to me live on Facebook and so at my CTVGH follow like na so share emfama will be na wono so enye bi enhwe manyen working any medin me sorry so na zeta okwan e de brofo kasa de atwa so e de amount macro.
in Accra, now the class news in English. I am Zita Okwan. President John Dramani Mahama will address Parliament in his much anticipated State of the Nation address. The address in fulfillment of Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution. However, the minority in Parliament have cautioned President John Dramani Mahama to be candid about the state of the country he inherited from the erstwhile MPP government ahead of his maiden State of the Nation address slated for today, Thursday, February 27, 2025. Speaking to journalists in Parliament, some minority MPs highlighted key issues, including employment, the economy, and power crisis, which they believe the president must address transparently.
Unemployment rate in this country. I'm sure he's going to address that. Not because he inherited that, but because he's creating that through his chief of staff. He signed a letter on unemployment rate in this country. Unemployment rate in this country. I'm sure he's going to address that. Not because he inherited that, but because he's creating that through his chief of staff. He signed a letter terminating and invoking the appointment of young Ghanaians that have been appointed into various state institutions. The directive was poor, was bad, was malicious. That is my view about that. In the same vein that the same chief of staff signed letters for people on the 19th of December, employing them even to the highest level of governance in this country. Now we have a huge unemployment rate. You can see the TUC's letter admonishing him to rescind that decision. I'm sure, maybe, probably, tomorrow I'm expecting that he speaks to that.
Economy that was criminally mismanaged was able to give Ghanaians children free secondary education. Economy that was criminally mismanaged was able to pay allowances to nurses and teachers. Economy that was criminally mismanaged was able to give some infrastructure. Economy that was criminally mismanaged gave us electricity 24/7. So we want the president to come and tell us the economy that was criminally mismanaged. His Excellency would not continue on that. Looking back all the time. He's been in power for close to 2 months. His energy minister told us that they've been able to procure alternative fuel and that we expect the lights to be on. I think he should focus on that rather than continuously blaming the previous government. The reality now is that there is some intermittent power outages. I anticipate that yes, he'll give us some breakdown of how the economy was handed over to him. But I want him to dwell more on what next he intends to do going forward.
Yeah, there are some members of Parliament speaking ahead of the State of the Nation's address. Well, Class News at CTV will be giving you a live coverage of the State of the Nation's address. Let's move on to some other stories. And Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin has announced the launch of an investigation into a petition against members of Parliament over alleged involvement in illegal mining known as Galamsey. Speaking at a conference here in Accra to finalize a strategy for responsible small-scale mining, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin warned that Parliament would not shield any lawmaker found complicit in destructive mining activities.
Afford to turn a blind eye to the devastation that this type of mining has brought upon our lands, our forests, and our water bodies, and in fact, our food crops. As members of Parliament, we hold a sacred duty to ensure that the resources in our constituencies are managed responsibly and sustainably for the benefit of present and future generations. The fight against this culture of artisanal and small-scale mining is not the responsibility of the sector minister and his public servants alone, or that of the government. It is a collective responsibility that requires the commitment of all of us. We encourage foreign investors to take over the concessions, mine and take away our precious gold, and that one is lawful, it's not illegal. But when our own people struggle to create jobs for themselves, struggle to survive in spite of the dangers that they know they are facing, you call that illegal, and you go to shoot them on sight. Please.
You heard the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin. Now, the Electoral Commission has assured the public that the ongoing impasse in the Oblikuma North constituency will be resolved soon. This forms part of efforts to ensure a smooth and credible electoral process for the 2024 general elections. Electoral Commissioner Jean Adukwen-Mensah made this known during a meeting yesterday with the leadership of political parties at the Electoral Commission's headquarters in Accra.
We'll bring the two candidates and their parties together and we'll have a meeting to discuss it. I'd like to just place on record that that collation was done in the presence of agents. Your party was written to and you participated. So it was not done on your blind side. However, as I mentioned, we'll have an in-depth meeting to discuss it. It's important to note that it was not, the version is being created that it was done
You heard the Electoral Commissioner Jean Adukwen-Mensah. Now, Chief of Wichley Ni Tei Kojo Amankwasune I has called on government and other stakeholders to support the completion of a school project initiated by the community. According to him, Wichley has only one government school, leading to overcrowded classrooms. To address this, the traditional authority has begun constructing a modern school at Soldier Lane. Speaking at the annual community Thanksgiving ceremony, the Chief of Wichley Ni Tei Kojo Amankwasune I expressed concern about the delays in the project due to lack of funding.
When we look at the community, we have only one government school and it is overcrowded. And for that reason, we have come together with the people of Wichley and that of the churches and the Muslim community. We are building a school at Soldier Line that will be handed over to the government so that all these will be the thing of the past. And so everything that is being released here is turned into this. But to be plain with you, it is only yearly before we get this very amount and the billions of the project over there. We are calling all and sundry so that they can come in purpose, fast track the completion, so that my people, future leaders, will get there. We normally say something that we will not wait for the government, which is really true. But in order to say this, what do we have in support of that? Because these days, before you do everything, you must have money. I have realized that if we are able to come here in unity, then why can't we, in that very unity, develop the community in which we are? Because some people have done it and we can also make it. And for that reason, out of this very gathering, we are going to set up a development committee and a development fund so that all the challenges facing the community, we can tackle it ourselves. I am appealing to the government that our roads are not good. There are so many challenges that we face. We know how capital-intensive road construction is. And for that reason, we are appealing to the government to come to our aid so that all the time, our future leaders are suffering. The grown-ups, when they are sick, taking them to hospital, die prematurely. All these things will come to pass. Parents, and all and sundry, any community without future leaders have no future. And for that reason, I kindly beg each and every one of you to make sure that the youth coming may be trained in the fear of the Lord, so that when they grow, they will not depart away from it, so that they will be an asset for us.
You heard the Chief of Wichley Ni Tei Kojo Amankwasune I, and that's how we end the Class Morning News here on CTV. For more news, do log on to classfmonline.com. I am Zita Okwan. Good morning.
CTV. CTV, Ghana's #1.
Apostle Francis Oduro World Outreach Ministry akawo hu biom the School of Ministry nyame enam Apostle Francis Oduro so nyame adon wo so ana wo da eso ene yisremu kire se nyame aton sa fraw amanyame adwuma ana mpo se wo nyame sumu dada nanso unim adom kura ewa wo so ane na akwanya beda ho ma wo se woni the School of Ministry ebesua de enti wo ba chew na wo feeder School of Ministry Bemau a boarding credibility say international certificate in ministry and international diploma in ministry.
Start the training now.
Hello, hardworking traders of Ghana. I've got terrific news for you. If you have goods to sell in a store, shop, market, or online, call Beautiful Betty or Handsome Kojo Asari on 0245-929-220. That's 0245-929-220. And we will help you sell faster to more customers. Customer. See and hear the adverts on CTV, Ghana's #1, and buy at good prices. CTV and all our radio networks across Ghana is helping traders connect to customers here, there, and everywhere. To sell your goods to more customers, call Beautiful Betty or Handsome Kojo on 0245-929-220. That's 0245-929-220. Class Media Group. We help traders sell to more customers.
Evergreen memories. Wow. We kind those days and in front of him. Abraya bafu from na parenting edi omo enkwada eba. Me tira wan kono na me put some for say. Na ebi but an check. We bonded as colleagues at the dining hall, the dormitories, classrooms. It's just say me na kan ye bomo prekope. But the question is, and now we hey, now squad you were here. Olege were here. Floozy. And you boys in here. Where you stay? If you school, no. You are buying the coin. If you to coin, if you go university, if you Babrabomu 70, you have to retire to the villages. We are here to reunite you and ensure say in Nano. We can help each other. But before that, school then I will call St. Louis, Ola, Wegehi, Holy Co, Preset, and St. Peter's, and I'll call Bishop Herman, and St. Augustine. This is the platform for you. CTV Adaroma, the most young program neighbor, Family and Friends Reunion. Join me, Dr. Kofi Annan, on Family and Friends Reunion as we share memories and experiences in life, only on CTV, Ghana's #1.
CTV, Ghana's #1.
Imana way, about Rio, but Brania Kofa Krano. My uncle.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, darling.
Mommy, why didn't you come and get me?
Don't worry, I'll come and get you next time, okay?
Okay.
Ima, Shahana top your tabag back for Breme. Aha, Ima, pe shop na wa ha no. Hwe so mo tolobi for kwa ne to bi Breme. Ima, unhwe ha nto banche ma no.
Ah, madam, I don't pay so be Kofiana. When you brother problem, Anna.
It's in Intin and Monsieur, they will feel in our near.
And it's an Etidia. Young come I got to new high sense air condition. See the airport.
Sir.
More channel. I'm going to go for no bro.
Mati.
Na my water. Quote to Marco Pessi was only in the washing. Still seeing
instrument. So, mess sort of the door.
Oh, hey. Me pacha one of no kasa. High sense air condition no beer ni jiho. And no beer pato. Esan say, our gold plated things. High quality copper pipes, eco-friendly gas, and a 4-in-1 filter system. High sense air condition from ano, air clean, and a ensansu nyedede. Your splits, and your floor standing, your standard, and an inverter cooling system. And to say who change day, ko High sense showroom bia, every 18th, a copy 28th February. Ya Titi so say hook, and you boom. To High sense in there, Nina 5 years manufacturer defense warranty.
Hello, Mira. What did you say? A free 18th, a copy 28th February. High sense for AC.
Bravo!
Wow, Odehyeeba Kofi.
High sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Order for meeting at the Evangelist Pemuka from 7th Day Universal Mercy Center Asafomo. Eye Kasafoni CTV Awoshe Moswe. Eye Nyamibwa Sunday way exactly 12:30 p.m. Ekose exactly 1 o'clock p.m. Yenemo ebeche eye enkwaje asam from adamfo na fra wonu afro bibiara wonem no kaise Evangelist Pemuka aba yebeche enkwaje asam nyame nhira mo omamunye kese omamunyina mo fri adomu enko adomu ye wonya kopon nhira nyina amen.
Hello, it's a whole brand new season of the Sudan TV show. My name is Titi and Odehyeeba. We come your way this and every Thursday from 5 to 5:30 p.m. This new season, we are looking at solving issues concerning properties. So if you have bought a land and you are having issues, you bought a house or you have any litigation issue concerning any property, come to us. And we are looking to sell properties on this very show. So if you are looking to buy a land, a house, or even to rent an apartment or a house, this is the show you have to watch. My name remains Titi and Odehyeeba. Watch us this and every Thursday, 5 to 5:30 p.m. only on CTV.
CTV, Ghana's #1.
It's party time on Modern FM. Obaapa. As I introduce to you, Safari Zoom Flex live on Ghana's #1. With Zoom Flex, you can join the fun wherever you find yourself via Zoomer. Ella, don't shake the body. God, it's Friday. Of course, time is 10 p.m. sharp on Ghana's #1 with the man them DJ Last Week Official. We say Obaapa.
CTV, Ghana's #1.
Apostle Francis Odro World Outreach Ministry akawo ho biom the School of Ministry nyame enam Apostle Francis Odro so nyame adon wo so ana wo da eso ene yisremu kire se nyame aton sa fraw amanyame adwuma ana mpo se wo nyame sumu dada nanso unim adom kura ewa wo so ane na akwanya beda ho ma wo se woni the School of Ministry ebesua de enti wo ba chew no wo feeder School of Ministry Bemau a boarding credibility say international certificate in ministry and international diploma in ministry.
Start the training now.
Hello, hardworking traders of Ghana. I've got terrific news for you. If you have goods to sell in a store, shop, market, or online, call Beautiful Betty or Handsome Kojo Asari on 0245 929 220. That's 0245 929 220, and we will help you sell faster to more customers. Customer. See and hear the adverts on CTV, Ghana's #1, and buy at good prices. CTV and all our radio networks across Ghana is helping traders connect to customers here, there, and everywhere. To sell your goods to more customers, call Beautiful Betty or Handsome Kojo on 0245 929 220. That's 0245 929 220. Class Media Group. We help traders sell to more customers.
Evergreen memories. Wow. The kind those days and in front of him. Abraya Bafo for now parenting Eddie Omo and Kwada Eba. You didn't want corner and me put something for say.
TV or my Ghana NKOSUO and pay and ya wada throwback Thursday. You drew ya wada bibia TBC e wo show no so if it's here ashasi akosi awie no wonim say ya wada die
bibia e possible
ya wada die ya na so hye but kwambia so ye ne one dey two adamo no and it's wa journey live e was CTV or my Ghana NKOSUO and pay Obaapa Yaa Titi YT for short and afei Odehyeeba Kofi Essuman ya na yeso mo efiti sabre kwapem se ebebo nondu and ope wo ho ye de me Judicial godem e wo ho Nyankopon no nkuto ne ye boafo wa setena yete e wo wiase mu na nya sa otan ahodo ne niam ahodo ye de ye ni hunu ne ye de ya sotie no se ne nyame ne ye boafo a nipa kura benya nkoawu nipa benya nka komodew nipa benya nka hia ma ho kyerɛw na so nyame ode me no mienu ye mboafo nti na da bia wo hu ye mobo no ene ti aha ye CTV so your my Ghana NKOSUO nsɛm a wo my Ghana mu de se fata se wotie eno ene ye bedi hu komode ama and the State of the Nation address so na baba wa kwemu live from Parliament His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and na ye hwe ni mo se wo de my Ghana tibia ye wom ebekwa akoto dwa and na nyame adom ye be hu eka ye de nyame ye adom a ye be hu projects ahodo de ya gbo hu dawro si awie ne tibia a ewo mu ene de ye be hu Ghana na nkasa na obi ka cha me se ya mesre wa penosmas bi na hye na me se aden wo si ene de mu betie che se roch eniema propan ewrani agopo kronu mu bromas che se na de betesem tebia ye wo mu Ghana no ene wadaro matia CTV apaka ni mu ye do be ko Parliament ye be fa live feed e de free home am wahu ensema President John Dramani Mahama obeka ne ye hu Ghana tebia ye wo mu ye wi a enim de fo ne mpanyifo a wo mo e wo my Ghana mamuo ene amanyosem ye no mo nyina so e be ka sie ne ne adi nkomo eti ene de ya sha sie ne sie ne wu wie ye bo modern se obeni ye be kwa kwesisem State of the Nation address no ye be kenkan e de amount enanso no wadaro ma ye kan so na no na ja ye pesca ka gu ebotom no aye *413# option 4 *413# option 4 na chese ya na ye kro no mesrom
you know na fa number eto system no eso nyame ya adoma 6 match jackpot to be a eba besumo no mesra wa ye record ya hu fiti sabre e de akwakosi sabre no nti mesra star 413 hash cash flow and no pay betimi anya 1000 Ghana cedis ye betimi anya 500 Ghana cedis enra mo fa nche ye time ni biti nti wo mo di ye no ye ntimi afra wo mo ena mo di bia ye befre na ya yenso ya hwe so mema kakra hye ye botom a o mu di a o mo kasa anko hey asebo yes here who cry no pay near to me atwaso
right Obaapa Yaa Titi mera wase na no pay my yenka hwefo nyina se mo ba journey live here your Facebook page ne so my CTVGH in pacho aya like na share na for messages and for comments and what the bar you back in kan nyina ye de ama munti ene ye wa ha mo and na no pay my Ghana NKOSUO ni go so ide bra ba bia aduro no yenka kwase hu cry and na pay and I pray some person me catch on say help people even when you know they cannot help you back. Help people even when you know they cannot help you back. Me pata ya buani pa ate. Buani pa se wonim se mpo so mo ntimi mpo emwa wa kire ya mo so ma meboa back a empo aboa won. Isa se ewiase won obakofo ne nsa entimi nso obakofo nsa entimi nkata yankopon ani. So ate ase eminu nyina na ye beka bom. Ena onyankopon so obo osikani ana so obo wadefo a obo for a purpose se be ya so betimi aboa foforo. Obi osika bebre na so se be ye obeboa ni nua no ayo hawo obi wadwapade obi onim die bebre se ne nim die ni nyansa nyankopon de ama no na wode beboa ni nua no aye bibie wo ho aya na enye wo nipa bebre you ungrateful why ne papa no de bone atua wo ka anu ti ama nipa bebre nso agyae bone a papa eya omoye amanfo ba mama wura mfise the fact so obi aye obone no enche se nipa nyina sa na omote me ba cho so wo moa bi a fa bo odasani fa bo nipa na ono so entime num pempensuo bi a uhu na bo se asomasu nyame fa me so na ndey wadu ba bi a waduru enye se bi a eso bo nipa no na wayi wani na wudi na tem nyoma ensem fata no na wo ka kire no wo bra ka bo na ko betimi afri sas tebia de mu enti na no pai emfa won se ne esitie me pa cho moa bi obi afa bo nipa no enwene se wo bo nipa no no so aba be bo da ache da bi obi nim jonko a ade be che so wate eti wei aye nkrasesema na no pai me de be ma o e wo my Ghana NKOSUO live on CTV Ghana's #1 television so ana yeguso a ye de bra my Ghana NKOSUO ni yeguso ye de bra ma kai say bomadi ya say obe share link no e de am no I like e bosan so de now cash flow no na pay star 413 hash star 413 hash option 4 now we select here CTV now the am star 413 hash star 413 hash option 4 select CTV now for my Obaapa din kan kada say the state of the nation address eba state of the nation address na eba Ghana for any beje ni nyina mu no e say onye sika de hye wata so say wa chena nko ano na ewura weekend mu an sa e star 413 hash star 413 hash option 4 select CTV now for my star 413 hash star 413 hash option 4 now we select CTV the answer to be Odehyeeba star 413 hash star 413 hash star 413 hash option 4 select CTV for me na pay about to make 18 years and above ubetimi to be emana yeye sanso na wisu MTN na se telecell wo sika kakra o momo account mpato to be na mom no hye ne subio se me ka wo se sika na woto no so kra 100 Ghana cedis e fa nyina mbom fanto senti aye kasa asem ze nipa moto na ya na modoso endi e mese bia 100 Ghana cedis batum na obi di 50 5 cedi na 100 10 cedi no de beat o da bi also to 5 cedis na 10 cedis se be boa star 413 has option 4 select CTV na fama ye ene anopay ene ye san nyanka ye weather forecast na de bia futuo ba akopɛ ne ye de ma o but on na ma bia futuo wa nose mask no afa mu fa nsuo no mo fa mpetepete ba bia ya motena se be ya mfuturo no emfa yare biara emfa embremo eno ache no mpacho edem bebre wo no ma ya na emu ohye waba eno so momia ya hwe ye ena afa no driver for mo na mbepo so no mo de ase fog light no ebe ya adwuma se fog light no ya adwuma a bus accident free and nyina no yes abeka e wo krum adom ba bia ya dunia go fa ya campaign ya famra Obaapa Yaa Titi ya krado wo fa campaign ya fa embrel enana pay
Odehyeeba Kofi Essuman ye beda say ene wa hye em crime na ejawada no humori anopai a hye ye say ye hye nose mask ye da say gra yin ye no metu da so de bi otimi ye ko so obi ndo mama okay Ghana for now ye ba call the passion because my country said that state of the nation Sir, yeah, they our show no so. Now, quick one, Enra Bibi esi ewo emrasebe mu appointment committee na no bibi sa me say ya vet ni wo hwe bi de na me so mi hwe bi maka cho say eniama ni bi wo ya na enhu hye da hia wo sa wo bete eno no emfa sika hye obotom ena emfa aduane bi amesi wo plate so ntia no ya na me ha me hu bebre na mom ade bi hayen ya setena ni o man Ghana NKOSUO no de se ne show ni di tie na no de ye beka ho asem enra attorney general designate ye Omanpanyin John Dramani Mahama ne se won kwaboa Dr. Dominic Kanyene na wamo enye adwuma wo attorney general's department or vetting na appointment committee na wo ko animu no BBC ye adekudie na esiye no actions a ewe chire no eno na no pe me pesa me boss tawo na afa yakoyanim because ade bi wo honom na se ekoso a wasa wotwi nipa bi adwen susu se ayeyie what you say minim se enra wo follow CTV yen kase ebo a ebi ana wote ye one tin so me pese me repeat video ne ba now already a call so between honorable Afenyomaken and Afe deputy attorney general designate and komo a call so between the two of them and Afe honorable Ahiafo wono so ye committee ne chairman BBC ya ma BBC si she video ne mame Smith yanko.
I believe you know Bobo. So, honorable nominee, we are here to learn about our country. Kindly demonstrate the Akpi dance a bit, just for a second.
Honorable nominee, the question is overruled. You are not going to demonstrate.
Chairman, if you decide to be whimsical and capricious, it will not advance the work of this committee. Apart from the constitutional issues involved, it is also about our culture. We've had nominees speaking their dialect here, and I do not think that if you start by is overruled. The man is talking about a dance that we all don't know until today. If anybody had asked me in the Volta region, as part of our culture, what are the dances, I would have said Agbaja and Bobobo. Today, he is enlightening me and others, and I'm saying that he should demonstrate it just in some 30 seconds, and you saying that, you know, you are disallowing the question.
Honorable Minority Leader, I take offense from the fact that you are saying I'm being whimsical and capricious. So I will urge upon you to withdraw those words used on me.
Chairman,
I will not stand by overruling the question that you are not going to demonstrate any dance.
You were whimsical and capricious in the way you overruled my question. I will not withdraw.
You would not demonstrate any dance. This is not a demonstration forum. This is appointment committee. So I insist that you withdraw the word that I'm being whimsical and capricious.
Chairman, I will not withdraw. I'm sorry. I will not withdraw. You rudely overruled me. I will not withdraw.
I would again ask that you withdraw the word rudely.
Chairman, one more time, I will not withdraw. I'm sorry.
Will you withdraw?
Chairman, I'm sorry, I will not withdraw.
Well, to demonstrate to you that I am the chairman for this particular vetting committee, that may be your last question. I will proceed to acknowledge the presence of the following guests.
I believe you know Bobo. So, honorable nominee, we are here to learn about our country.
Appointment committee no eso. Recently, honorable Afenyomaken were displaying Yama Bebre Wagana. Emudia was ye can was some and they can't was some. But Enra, Adia is see what Emma me who say is either say Honorable Afenyoman can have an agenda for himself or probably or person say NPP party. No. That's all. You see how arrogant he reacted. Just say, "Ahomaswo mimbuadie." This is the same attitude that no more Bema no display. Say NPP mpanyufo enimwa. Adia na Afenyoman ke ya na mamia manu amohwe na amoma ne fans no. Or say mo party no but munim. It is because mo ankasa so no ahomaswo wo mumu. Arrogance na ye ka wasema na mo de tia ba mu no in opposition kra arrogance na so ye adwuma wo mu eti munnim se ade na Afenyoman kan ye ne agenda to spoil the party or agenda for himself. Wow, Afenyoman kan ye ma o ye no is trying to get attention or attention keke. Or say the what system ni din our headlines Afenyoman can this Afenyoman can that every day near boni din na party no mu din kwa form it's the NPP party no or sign no mo te ho na mo hwe no and na mo man fans and one of the most one minority leader vibrant and dear minority leader and na mo man fans in hunu and one also di din sem hunu Adia na Honorable Afenyoman ke ya no our agenda NPP for se munima me ka kira mo our agenda mun kwaswa na mun mona bomo na mun man fans na mun tu no samamodwom na mun hye ni nkuran se dia o ye no onye. And you see adia ba kwa wo samoti ase ne say party anamu kita nkonya 137 moti miaria kwasi say ni ekura musisi ekura na ebi wo akwa mu hwiai. Yes, because ebi wo ha ye declaration of constituency Jemensa na no akwaya IPAC meeting and any abre say 2025 election is one of the most successful elections in the history of Ghana no. Money na ya kwalabo and ye declare election our constituency ni ababa coalition center ni ye redeclaration ni akwa court ni recounting. And no crampo more numbers sekita more parliament. It tells you the level of gravity. Ghana for fumu. Amo arrogance na mu display ya na mu abamu no. Ama mu ho ya Ghana for hi, but you don't know. And one jai Honorable Afenyoman ken wo ye de o ye no. If you appoint the committee no obetena so a opeso create scene bi I don't know because unim sa appoint the committee we wo madwuma. Afenyoman ke dede be ya no betimi aye biem ebia ya kwa kan budget na obeka so ye dede ene ya kan so na obe dede parliamentary business no be koso Afenyoman ke cannot do anything without mini micro minority no adete parliament no ontimi nya hute even with your numbers 137 na mo sakra wa ba mu no edenya na mutimi yama ne bro so than to connive and still Enti anwa me hwade na ekoso wo committee no so and look here bibi minority fo na omo parliament no mumu bebre mwanyinyini echa Afenyoman ken ba Afenyoman ken e de agenda control mu and wo odi agwa wo madwen ho ba munim say he's playing games with your minds. One said no the oyewie no say ene asa de ene ya sorry ene nomination no cry ya reject ene ya pre na won pre for me wo. One rejected the nomination of the deputy attorney general. So what? And so what? I know they bet me assisa. Et me sisakwe. Na minority for no so. John. I sorry dear chile. You are not even ashamed of yourself. Just a make sure and Kofi Ghana for how one more. I'm sorry I might share salai. Atu abamo mu papa penyu for our mama who quite ama politics and do about Ginny Diagro. Then the papa could control. Are you for real? Na enra display war. Pay a committee no sono. Redraw 3 times or 7 redraw. She say on budi pebia. Committee members na no mutu anyina on buo bia. Wo da ma menyi chairman no kwa from say bia no de or displayed. Chese na nanoma no amote ho kra no oni obuo ba ko so say ma wo mo. He couldn't even realize say baby a wote no ahemfo wo ho. Baby a no wote no na Ghana fo dodo ehwe ade no. Wase me redraw whimsical and capricious. Wow, sa grammar fua kese we no mo de confuse wo mo followers na dwen mo ma dwen o se ni pa no oni made ama onim hute. I mean, what nonsense is this? Sha appointment committee adwuma ne say nipa na ma panya aboni din so won koye adwuma bi no. Ye toto na no ne yahwe ne capacity. E wonye entertainment grounds. Eti ha Fasana na afanyama ke ka ho asem say Deputy Attorney General on sorry no one display because e ho no e entertainment grounds on sorry no one sa no one hwe afanyama ke na nkasa sasa no hwe fa video no to so dance na no wa ka kire Deputy Attorney General ne say on sa na wano dia wonim sasa do no won teda ono ya nwunani ba friend what sasa no e na no bi ka cha bi say ya asa na papa ne ka wasem na nu ne ono mu kura sabi. It is like afanyoma kirinye serious business na akoso wa committee no so no enya adwene etechire no ni ti no ho because of attention because of percent crofo body din or percent crofo who say ha afanyoma kedu aba sa o on dia obisa questions sa o ti me bisa na no ba ko no na ya John Dumelu ana obisa no say the parish priest o say hwan wo hefa na ni din the same wey obi a oya body din say wan kwaye deputy a Greek minister obisa no say ne so din the same ne kanhwa asana na afanyoma ke nka ho asem na eni enti enra say na akopese wadane appointment committee grounds no for serious business na Ghana fo ani abria ye ni mu say ye betimi anya bibi every deputy attorney general djuma akoye mu no afanyoma ke se wan sore so wan sa agbaja o so wan sa de yo eti no ah eti asani ni e mu da mu bia sound mu na me obi ansa bi wo afie kra timi sabi where so biem wo de biem mente biem Obama no. I was so bisa wo say afanyoma ke wa interest e wa the constituency for no say ade na yasoma no so wa meye no eno wadwuma no ye ya da say ono ani interest e no wo serve and eno a wo hwe ne ye na asa maboa me ho ne baba enti mia na manim ne me pesa me beye twesan o se me twensan 3 times forgetting send nim defo ahemfo ehwe no enoti Steven Tim one ya national chairman ma PP Steven Tim once wo ukwa contest no me ka kira wo say contest ya wo kwai wo kwakra na wo wini ya be renda useless wo party no I told you wo ka sa me buanti na wo bu afu me ka kira wo bufu me ma wo edi kra frɛ me sɛ wodwa sima kwaka sɛ national chairman na wo kɔ no nya de abetibi aye adwuma bia sɛ who is in charge of NPP somebody should answer it because party no obi a keka do obi a cancel hunu Henry na bi nam ke cancel hunu ahiagba ordinary ke cancel hunu Samu Safa Salam bi no se hwan no wade akwade ansam funku no nam no waka eno obi a mo mpa ya ma president Mahama ensasidi na wo bie wa no kra bo mpa ya no mitika wa no tum ye hia wo mpa bo who is in charge of NPP and mama afanyoma ke ho kwan wo gu party na ni mase ena modwen ya mo se oye mu yie or sign no by the time am be wo se wa say NPP no Allahu Akbar hey I just amusa kwa start ground BA hey mo be bra rob no opposition mo be tira wa che eniema mo ye wa ba mu Ghana for the two mono. In opposition, you are even displaying more. And I'm say, moya propaganda keka enyema anymore. And no never Ghana for Ghana assasa. And I'm at some say, domestic borrowing wa borrow over 50-something million Ghana cedis, and I'm saying, hey, I read a more fake news, and I said the MPP for any abroad generate. Every day be a propaganda for every single day, and you see this time around, San Damno, and your quite tenacity. Yanu Yania Brisa was a Ghana ye, and in the interest of NDC. It's in the interest of young Ghana for. It is a young people. You know what Jenya will say? Who person are buying failure? Yeah, who battery and see who will come after you. It is Sanya Mahuna for your market. See committee is not all you know. Anyway, and MPP as a penny party him. Mejino one mensiasio. As a penny be MPP party him, and as a Munukwan Hekoso. Richard, I have one about sorry press conference as more about calculating night. Nada be back up your assembly night. You know why? It is because it's like most of them, no corrupt cases are related to them. And to one person who are near maybe Ghana for Jimba, you must obi time, obi and time. Time and I'm wabamuno, and near man, no more ya can was some near him, the yakko. Obi and time will be at the last time I said, say, obi and time anado, and obi and time baumia. By your man who crime will be for mine, come and Niagro. That one is a fact. And to penny be any people more, or bet me at your friend and say, I get yen China, would you did it? And you say, a friend is riding on NPP, and they orchestrate or no agenda, and what it's him. Or Jenny Dean, and what say parts in our form. It would take somebody who have a political eye to know the damage a friend is causing NPP. When you want party no more, or my check, I want my bro when him dear waban your some dim come on. They always tell me, say, yeah, I just say, Kasa. Now, say, one more executive departed, then him say, one month, Tia, for your marking. On your door, you don't call. Yang, ya boy, ya bro, boy, near what's ya, your party, no money, ya, we say, see, ya no person, corner, they should carry on. But me, I never catch that Steven Tim say, who is in charge of NPP? Because I say, yeah, render useless. Oh, as I was shooting for so a party, the minimum so customer yentio, Sasanyo. It's like as I would charm my now, you know, me, so proud to campaign now to election singing now, you are missing. You are nowhere to be found. Menaka Wajene, you can't say, Richard and Yabamu, and I know about Jadiana Bosso, who now Yana Sacha Magwania. It would take somebody who have a political eye to know that Adiana Fanyama Kenyano or one agenda. Motra Hunamuyan Yodrum. Mamma Humano Suram Dr. Jonathan Asantuachi, Encodim Como. Wabe ewo Ghana amanyesemu or a senior lecturer. Ewo UCC was saying a political analyst. Dog, good morning. Hello, dog, good morning. Meba chaba kwa die. Nyamia do me ho ya pa minimara baby I wanna say ensure na to na ya mframa. Yes. Me safe die. Yakakra. Pacho Meka. Okay. Wadaroma so far so good. Appointment committee Juma Wamo ye. Me sure say one monitor kakra. You channel in a political angle. The NKOSUO no saying na wuhuno.
CTV ashafo nyina na pay. The me says and confirm I'm penny a pound for some coaching and demo. positions, different positions, ministerial positions near there. No, good one. It's about 90-something% there. I think they demonstrated that they know what they're about. With a few commissions here and there from the minority leaders, our ranking member, I started with this idea of being given the opportunity to have a limitless number of questions to ask, limitless time to ask these questions. Some of us condemn that particular privilege because it just did not make sense. And Ushomwa, at the end of the day, he ended up asking questions that were silly, that didn't make any sense. He ended up repeating himself. On several occasions. He ends up asking a question, then he will abandon that question, put something else. I mean, you can't do the way I manner. By the way, questions. Apart from that, I can also say that other times too, he's proving worthy of that particular position. It's not always been negative. So, but occasionally, Obaapa Yaa, I don't know if it was on your platform. Parliament about and the way and manner he reacted to certain things, that the way he spoke to the speaker. I described him as someone who lacked emotional maturity. And you could see that he has still not displayed emotional maturity for me. Until in as much as a baby or at other times too, he displays that emotional immaturity.
Okay, Dog, may I sure, sir? Enra, monitor certain kakra. What you monitor Deputy Attorney General designated, near a seat between One chairman and here for. What's your take on that? Or where's or you sue ye and your forecast on train sign or so on train sign? Emma or Casa said, your money miss a question beam, and for that reason, or say minority in I rejected the nomination of the Deputy Attorney General.
The two women here. To be frank with you, Mr. Fenyamarkin will make MPP always make or say changes of pursuit. Because, as I told you, he doesn't have emotional maturity. So, with all sincerity, he doesn't have emotional maturity. The of the president said, one side for Bobo. And this is the source of questions that leads to a banter between you and the chairman of the committee. My goodness, if this is the kind of leadership Afro-Americans is going to provide for the minority, then they will stay in opposition for quite some time. If this is the kind of leadership Mr. Afro-Americans is going to provide for the minority, then MPP will be in opposition for a while.
Do you?
How? And also, it's the basis of his use of whimsical, rude intervention or interruption.
And a capricious.
If the basis were to be something important, right?
Yeah.
I would have deferred to him. But the basis of this attack is because you are asking the nominee to dance for Bobo for 30 seconds. It means that you want to make that man a butt of ridicule. And you see, Ushomwa, Obia, Waba, Ahona, or the one award this aura, Muno. Afro-Americans has always targeted that person.
Into who say a political agenda be and what all set.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. But you see, you are supposed to do this with tact and finesse and with some maturity. I don't know, make us say. That question here will be Abranti and Dr. Tremsai. It would be a useful question. And a chairman no yet to say the award will and based upon that, no friend those names are. Everybody will have sided with you. Everybody would have sided with you. But let's ask him such a nonsensical question. So what's up, Bobo? Is that a theater? And he just wanted Trump's right, Justice right, whatever the name is.
Yeah.
He wanted to make him a battle of ridicule. Can you imagine, in an era of social media, this man getting up and dancing bobo? That is what they will capture.
Exactly.
Yes. People will say, they will not add the other stories. No. They will not add the background story. Or they say, into Deputy Attorney General, Pana, or you say. So, I mean, how treacherous can you be? That's why I'm concluding by saying to boycott and say, you guys are not going to be part of Justice Trump, you reject his nomination. My goodness. Boycotting of proceedings of committees of parliament, you see, there are things that are done on principle. What is the principle in this? Mr. Selimaki should convince me. What is the principle in this? Sir, Openi, what can be better? Agbaja also educate you on Agbaja and a bobo. Intino, one sorry, no one sack bobo, 30 seconds. And if you have boycotted proceedings on the basis of this, I pity the MPP. I pity them. If this is the kind of leadership is going to provide, they will stay in opposition for a while, mark it on the wall.
Okay. Doug, but you concluded your cano.
Because as a leader, you have a timer. You can be boisterous. You can be militaristic. At the time, you learn when to be diplomatic, when to show some kind of finesse, strategy. So, because politics is about strategy. If you get your strategies right, suppose that's when every time. From the time we took over as majority leader, now minority leader, you can count the number of times that he's made mistakes. And you have the leadership following. They should sit down, have introspection of his leadership, and see whether it will really take them to the promised land.
All right, Doug Mamina, about what are your expectations from Sona today?
I think that the president is going to be frank with all of us.
Okay.
The extent that Labour had to accept 10% minimum wage, then it means that the economy is indeed a crime scene. We need to solve the energy problem. So I'm very sure you will talk about energy. We need to see a strategy on the part of the current government of solving this energy crisis that we seem to be in. Apart from that, Calamity is still a menace on our hands.
Sure.
So you will have to tell us the state of affairs in terms of Calamity. Cocoa Board Chairman Dr. Odehyeeba has had cause to complain. Come this year or beginning of next year or so, the European Union is going to test the metals or whatever they call that in the cocoa that we send to you. And I'm not careful that will mean will be penny gold, or say in the you see, make in Nano. Now I'm saying is a major cause in food inflation in this country now. Food inflation is very high in this country. Now I'm saying it's a major cause. And the person what go the kuma be almost saying na ya bra born into my bra born. I will say to you, if the president decides to make me coordinate up for that, they will run away from this country. Especially the Chinese. They will run away from this country. Because NKOSUO are never running to share for us. The channel to program safety, the work will go for Bishop. The work program safe. And take the use of excavators near there.
Yeah.
Odehyeeba Gumu must say a such thing which I don't maintain. Obviously, I was saying what to me address the issues of the economy. That gold for oil, we almost they will have to reduce so that it serves its purpose. That is good. The slips of dollar, we need to see stability and then growth. And then most importantly, about that Mahama breast 2017 year people to take over. Now on my money in Ayaka 120 billion for my common ABC swap. That's a pineapple proba. That's at the end of the day, Yaka about 730 billion. Put it from over 600 billion economy. Me do one in Chelsea. Into no accountability Ghana for here.
Yeah.
Which of course I spoke about it on Monday share or more manifesto. Accountability. That's the more reason I asked about me. Can you investigate SML? If you should win this election. Can you investigate PDF? Can you investigate Post? I mean, name them. There's scandals upon scandals.
Yeah.
And you cannot. Therefore, Ghanaians will definitely change course and decide to vote for Mr. Mahama because obviously now accountability debate falls from that angle than from the angle of the NPP of which Mr. Mahama was part of. So accountability is their power. And it is not by accident. Say, Papa took 150. Now the 730. They say I'm going to a quarter trillion.
Aye.
So
yeah.
Now what is that? Then it's corruption is there. Now your middle name.
Exactly.
Corruption was just the middle name of President of the Party. Either say walk home, and I saw you behind.
All right.
Now, to be at me at the loan ma or mine. Now, you do loan now. Who company in your own passport? Hey.
Not just say same baby. Dog me just say after soda no you be say nya na ye ne wakasa say we expectation no at least president Timia meet here. That's papa. All right, Dr. Jonathan Asantuatre, na yene na kwakodi enkomo no waben wagana manyose mu UCC na ochre adem. Na facha me mitimi fa course no makacho say na show no the wise why man pacho nyame bo chena me de be shebu mu say na be 10 minutes kra na me de be mamu a me de be mamu na fa yetimi afa phone in. Me pacho ma me twa me ho emra sisi a me ba me nim na shebadwani a owo evalue adwomro dwira constituency ebedi nkomo me ba sisi a
evergreen memories. Wow. The kind those days and in front of him. Abraya buffer for now parenting Eddie Omo and Kwada Eba. You know one corner and me put something for say. I'm not a baby. But I'm check. We bonded as colleagues at the dining hall, the dormitories, classrooms. It's just say, me not can you boom up. But the question is, and now we hey, now squad you are here. Or like you are here. Floozy. And you boys in here. where you stay. Maybe a school, no? You are buying a coin. A minimum 2 coin. A minimum co university. A minimum Pabrabon 70. They had to retire to the villages. Coming in a we are here to reunite you and ensure that we can help each other. But before that, school I will call St. Louis, Ola, Wegehe, Holy Co, Preset, and St. Peter's, and now Bishop Herman, and St. Augustine. This is the platform for you. CTV Adaroma, the most program neighbor, Family and Friends Reunion. Join me, Dr. Kofi Annan, on Family and Friends Reunion as we share memories and experiences in life, only on CTV, Ghana's #1.
CTV, Ghana's #1.
Imana way. About 3 o. Brani Kofa Krano. Kai mine. Imayanko.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, darling.
Mommy, why didn't you come and get me?
Don't worry, I'll come and get you next time, okay?
Okay.
Ima, Shahana top your bag back for Breme. Aha, Ima, pe shop ne wahano. Keso mo tolobi for one to be Breme. Ima, Shahan to banchim man.
Ah, madam, I don't pursue Kufiana. When my brother will problem, Anna.
It's in Intin and Miss you, they will feel in an and
it's an etidia. Young come I got to new high sense air condition. Sit the airport.
Sir,
no channel. I'm a coffee open up, bro.
Mati,
my one, I call to Marco Pessi, something that was she still seeing.
Insurance, so mess sorts all the door.
Oi, me pacha one of no kasa. High sense air condition no beer ni jiho, and no beer pato. Esan say, our gold plated things, high quality copper pipes, eco-friendly gas, and a 4-in-1 filter system. High sense air condition from ano, air clean, and a ensansu nyedede. Your split, and your floor standing, your standard, and an inverter cooling system. Say who trending? Ko High Sense showroom bia. Every 18th, akopim 28th February. Ya Titi so say who? Boom. To High Sense in there. Nenya 5 years manufacturer defect warranty.
Hello, Mira. Wouldn't say a free 18th, akopim 28th February. High Sense for AC promo.
Wow, Odehyeeba Kofi.
High Sense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Odehyeeba meeting at the Evangelist Pemuka from 7th Day Universal Mercy Center Asafomu. Eye Kasafoni CTV Awoshe Mosoi. Eye Nyamibo Sunday way exactly 12:30 p.m. Ekosi exactly 1 o'clock p.m. Yenemo ebeche eye enkwaje asamti framadamfo na frawunu from bibiara wonem no kaise Evangelist Pemuka aba yebeche enkwaje asam nyame nhira mo omamunye kese omamunyina mo fri adomu enko adomu ye wanyakopon nhira nyina amen.
Hello, it's a whole brand new season of the Titi TV show. My name is Titi and Odehyeeba. We come your way this and every Thursday from 5 to 5:30 p.m. This new season, we are looking at solving issues concerning properties. So if you have bought a land and you are having issues, you bought a house or you have any litigation issue concerning any property, come to us. And we are looking to sell properties on this very show. So if you are looking to buy a land, a house, or even to rent an apartment or a house, this is the show you have to watch. My name remains Titi and Odehyeeba. Watch us this and every Thursday, 5 to 5:30 p.m. only on CTV.
CTV, Ghana's #1.
Star 413 hash option 4 star 413 hash option 4 and no a cash flow Mr. Ya wada Mr. wa na me credit wa wunim se ne ye no what ya say eti bo homoden sa no pe bia wo bia no wodo number ebeto ye system no so e dia ma me 1,000 Ghana cedis ebetimi a flow of phone so 500 cedis betimi a flow of phone so and enti Mr. Yero ho sa no pe bia wo bia wodo ho ebe she cash flow no emu e very important ja ene ye kwa weekend sa woni sika na ato woni afrefre sa nti Mr. ye pe kakra e de aguye bottom at least and no betimi de yakwa kwotwa weekend am ya ba Monday ya be perfofro e de aguye bottom nti na ya wada de ye ne kama efa mame star 413 hash option 4 star 413 hash option 4 na medikai akacho se enne senior show no so aye ma no ye be content am yoru betumi kakaka ene ti wadaro mana de ache ni nyina so se be ye be hu de ekoso e wo Ghana ntokro bia mu no eno nti e na ye ne sade ama na state of the nation's address nti ase hwen na ye koye nim ye be koso parliament so no ye be hwe na ye de hu nkomo abro e wo my Ghana nkoso so anopei mene honorable Kofi Essuman oh ye mra sebedwani e wo evaluate ajomoro jira sese de metwa o ese de me ya de pa first na me bo amebre
some the eba is in edi acheke na
what you say acheke na paya
no funfun this is that really
fa cho se bibia ye boko de
nyamna dom ya nyamna dom
ye de nyame ase
nyamna dom bibia boko na enyim so de ya ba benimu moti bia nso so the fate of a better day, day in and day out, keeps us going.
Honorable, can a guy named a honorable opposition MP? It's a Nidia Sessa, Yamia Sessa Nidi. I'm a say a for example.
Yamia Bill.
Aye.
Now,
government MP.
Mebubu Pilano.
All right. Yeah, two are buying elections campaign. As I know, Bias, I two are by years so crown and share then she a Papa Biasa. So far, so good. Constituency to say.
Yamda say, I am down so then the Mania Konabaha. I mean, the people of Evalajo Majua, maybe about Kony Edwich, since I'm to culture there from Maxim to Kutukum, Obiara CTV. A broom power, which was you missed at Facebook, the house is streaming.
My CTV GH, a Jinaso then they. Oh,
no, so that Michelle will be
out. Share will be out. May send a link in Okrama, send them from one. Fire word.
That's right. It's a constituency the Boko. I'm feeding while in you film. Badina no ya da also the and this time around so the Evalajo Majura ya the papa. Ya no tensi since 1992 there. MPP being a Konya Dobertiodo. They be just 4 years, one term. Na nana painful uranum. That is not the way to go. Because continuity the obwa otherwise in half peace day. Now while in Ghana so in Abakwasam MP bana say or start here for the solely another baby one another say market being put on koye. Now Osha sa Obi Bobeka operator on our baby. The people of Evalojua what I said I feed us in able more than near Chelo. Because problems here were as a rural constituency to Evalojua. I mean 80% of the roads are bad. They've done we made history. Memfa Konyana Menda Awulanum the people of Evalajo Mojua from Maxim to Kutukum for the opportunity to continue serving them. And they be a more assurance there. I'll give my ultimate best. Also, them be my boy.
What word you might be sure? The contest and not easy from primaries to the main elections. And no boy could not my follow now matches and the constituency in a chance and I'm in that one's not to be issues. I never hold you. I need follow the Kaka Casabeya. Yami bet me. I'm not silly through now. Evaluate at Jomroja. Aha, my idea at the power fear. What I see, and to me, a short saying, Yamia, Dromana. I buy so a baby. Oh, be a fine. Not say me to say what donation be.
Yeah, you know, na modi kamincha me painful. They be amake de eba evaluate mojua. Yeah, well, bibio unique.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm quoting I'm gonna have 5 paramount chiefs from constituency.
What they are na anu odi mom.
5 on my hand popol enum. And say anya tactical or the same period. Now for the first time Ulanom they're very much united. Because when we there say yeah kamboma able to me solve your problems. And say Ulanom in chawon. Namda one I say mpaibo na bibiara. Na mincha me party leadership. Today is a great day. Then be said I believe Mr. Fufuli, Mr. White. Now all the majority MPs in Parliament today are going to wear white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because after going through the days of darkness, a new day has come, and as we are resetting Ghana, white gives us GD the Yamabe. Timincha me party painful region constituency for now. I mean, the people of Evalojua will tell you. Donation during a yeah, Abamu constituency more problems all over. Now I'm also a Chechenyi. A teacher, a trained teacher by profession. And I did see other mark papa. Now, oh, you there from the many schools in the constituency, no. Maybe our friend furniture. Oh, yeah, a grand crofon over Tinado. Oh, you're so bad. Yeah, the deficiency urban furniture is so bad. And you started your church or you're trying to mon. Now, I mean, I'm so happy for this government.
Okay.
The Mutuana bank can overcome us. Even before we start operations, no. Last week, we donated 600 word desks.
Wow.
Yes, 600. Yeah.
Me sure estimate in better can phone and I pay where they are for any webinar 600 every woman. It means you will be able to cover majority of Kwadana na Wamunya Kunyantanase.
Yes. Yeah, into 20 per school. Into you to me donated 30 schools all over the constituency.
That's
huge. So some part to me I work because there's a school of finance changing. Yamuko hoda kormira way. The mafomon were running intense. A bit to me, you know what a man what's no from Kakra. Yes. Yeah, it's serious. I'm changing.
Issue.
Yes. Really? I'm changing. What about for Benjamin Sabin? Madam say go you want they run intense. To know so they make up a plastic chest, and these are the problems. They are starting to crank with 600, I believe, is a start. I mean, you baby, you started baby on Pona YouTube, you manage 600 dual decks for the schools and feed all the papa. And that was a donation I made just last week.
Okay, but say for so how? And now say a printer now say computer in our account.
Yeah, I'm very from I did na in East Assembly.
Okay.
Assembly Casidam. Our problems will be 8 years ago for them there over printed document as crucial and sensitive document. What's the way you put it? What's the work outside work okay? Oh yes. Oh yeah. Now you are some coffee the wabeno or my BBI say you. Yes, I'm telling you, a whole municipal assembly like Enzimais. They had issues. Now I'm saying no. Well, when we did budget, our elections we want to look at state statutory funds in one movie, but kakram to my brand new desktop and a printer. I'm a Jumano Wakodo because this time around the excuse. There should be no excuse.
Okay.
The young perform because we want Dramani Mahama excellent to succeed at all costs.
Sure.
Until I donated a desktop computer and a printer.
Now whole assembly pa for printing at the carbon thing. Hey, anyway, now I say no nyamia don't want solve our problem media. Now I say any man here reset and no. Now honorable recently happenings in your area concerning Galamsey because you say President Mahama just say idea one person better cry illegal mining. Galamsey send ya says as what they are 1 year free to you problem or by a yantia said Nancy no police for operation crowd situation it is saying.
Yamada say and me as a member of parliament with Balojua and also as a neighbor and a junior brother of the Lands and Natural Resources Minister.
Yeah.
I was saying Nayabua more succeed. You know, because it takes a good leader to go to a place to solve problems. And see, Obanda why a political appointment in Po. What the Honorable Emmanuel Amabua, what now call Lands and Natural Resources. People were not too happy about it because of the galamsey tag.
Sure.
But I've always believed that leader no could baby or could solve the problems. But the issue with galamsey is been worrying.
Yeah.
Now what's in there? The 8 years of Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, you know, MCs in the MPP, no, yeah, they've destroyed. I mean, down Cobra River. All you went down Cobra River, why blue anymore? What to make seize or cut or stop it in Suno into a pono and all inside. All you there in Suno blue. Debbie?
Wow.
Yes, they stop it up there. And I'm happy then that you call the program at Kimpiski. See, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, also CCRD, we the members of Parliament, you know, we should take lead. Yeah? Your constituency in Kofufi Nkran, Woba, in Kofufi baby na Chinese. And now we are clamping on them. Because, yeah, we must succeed as a nation.
Sure.
Yeah, make constituency issues of kidney diseases and others. Since we are compelled to even look at putting up a facility in Axim because of these issues. The war is serious.
Wow.
We are telling everybody, say if you can, if you can, you want a party paying, if you one could with us, you bet your problems are more valuable. You don't get coffee while you away or being put to school down Kumparacha or Mano. In super problem. The police will go with the rates because you see, we are not against mining.
Yeah.
Minister Ken, but also a legal, well structured. Into the messing about of would do basa day. No, into the arrested of Wakodo because it should be a no-go area. Say, abada a miner, we have regulations. Or see, the mining ever mining, or best saying so, and I don't say so. If it's rock mining, all those kind of underground mining is different. Into problems with Evaluajo Mojura, but me as a member of Parliament, determined to help the minister to succeed, just as the many MPs in Western region across the country. And he is a warning to them. And you will be one crane, and you may be one fine from part, not Evaluajo Mojura.
And now, Yan Central Regional Minister, so Dim Como, or Rochester, or no, so no honor, Sam Omonyo. No suggest, yes, some methodology, no, now you know more involved in Galamsey, you know, Moncasa, no Munya against such a and no long process in my
yeah, I believe any that solutions you are I was so happy about it.
Okay.
And I mean, as some of my can say, a share my can there. See, yeah, it's about time was doing see, the MCs are over. The MC in Evaluajo Mojura in my east. I don't know the chairman of the Municipal Security Council. So, our leverage over the security services. Into Australia, the EPA office. We Australia EPA offices in every district. Minerals Commission. Offices in every district. You have no excuse. You want to make it be one crank, no one will be licensed. So, if you baby no mind a pedebisa, you know where to go and find out.
Sure.
See, Australia Mancroft are accountable. No market there. MMDCS will be. See, President John Dramani Mahama asked them for a reason. If you may be audible, will be say, go and solve this problem. Or say, go and solve them so. Go and do this. And see, a MC in Elbow, so don't catch you. Part of the caveat in there. Onya, ame one cran. Moon to Munkada, the whole country. But I will just tell you, since I'm the EPA, the licenses regime as a officer back him until mobile Codibiano will hold you accountable. They have to sign a caveat. Yeah, it will help. Until you have every cause to fire the person. Until you have to decentralize the licensing regime, no? Because Obi was him. Now, Obi Abade or Tutu Honum. Ebi so I say, one license from Accra. Who gave it to you? Ebaba Accra, no why we are. But once it's decentralized, and you there, a pede Yejuma is my East, Elamble, Jomoro, Hunter Wester, Municipal Assembly one. License. That's very crucial because we have to hold people accountable. Yeah. Another thing the minister can hear me doing there. Yeah. Once I go, you know, but into a geologist or seeing young forward to my survey no when we there is gano Hanowo.
And see two
Basa. If we were to say whole field, Obakono Onyashi, not say good new one. I mean, I also perform rituals. It doesn't happen that way. Yeah. Australia is with technology. And I believe there, you streamline in Yama or Bokoye because as saying so, you've affected industry. Yeah. Vegetables are you Ghana very dangerous because we saw that people farming along the insuno. You can't tell a Ghanaian the uncle to pipe on water, uncle water. It is you know water. So Galam say Sanyin here or affected every stretch of life, from domestic to commercial to agricultural. Into the other day in a fight. I'm calling also on you. We need the media to help Ghana to succeed. This is our chance. Into Evarajo Mojua, I will stand up for it, and we'll make sure that you have to me.
Well, honorable, wouldn't say media day for you. Debbie, I may come and say. Media, why wouldn't say Mudia me pehoko? In the other bina was say your Kumudam one your damage in the city near Chimpany 5 years to cry. In fact, we are ready to move.
Thank you.
A Quambia Befaso was a galam saying near Brown was because media nana make Casona Bonas or Tia. We end this in Ukraine, I have answer, oh, you nipa be a best and I will come after you.
No, that's right. I agree to that.
Very simple.
I agree to that.
JM must succeed.
He has to succeed.
Good. Yen Ghana fire 2 men. The honorable medical said, my candy, yeah, fed you will be on.
For sure.
Say, I don't know what NDC for.
No, the right. What is wrong is wrong.
Exactly. Paul Atos, I greetings to my MP, Bechiano Papa Parmesan, free Belgium. And Priscilla was saying, Michelle free Osu, na Yami Ensure Honorable Moses Obin. Was say, I'm watching you from Azim. Or say, my comrade, my brother, and my MP, Yami Ensure, the sky is your limit. Connie Mohammed was say, I greet, or say, I'm great. You, I say, Mobrofono, Yamini and Boafo, say, how are you? My name, Master Ahmed. Champions Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Oh Azim.
Oh yeah.
Our who know.
Who Azim is watching.
Trouble who na mami brese.
Yes, but trouble to brofo.
Yes, I'm keto. Yes, I who to Azim for. Wama GTV na bosso and no pay. It's answer near Bekoso na no so no. Say, yenim challenges what constituency, which is roads. What say you share nimu say abane beboa na ni manimu ya no de what say omo ye no ye betu ho anamo. Na the last time now we count employment and so ho asem. And also anamo bi a wo tu because opposition dey na wo ye na ye wo nko awa ho oden.
Yeah, there is bibia odama kuma all these years, which is regards to tourism.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you will ha. Now I say, honorable, Marco Nzulezo. Marco Nzulezo. Na unkofi wankada Marco come and come unkofo sa kamo.
Okay.
Wankada wako Ankasa forest. Inti yame say a proposal message dem kede. Yeah, your elections we are politicians. Imagine the number of billboards are more. Imagine the number of billboards are Dockers. Now all the MPs in Ghana. And another no the mini parliament. And as part of the vetting of the deputy minister. And the messages are man there. Make use of our billboards.
Okay.
Yeah, politicians, yeah, elections, we have billboards. No, it comes to waste. See, use our billboards. Everywhere, everybody is driving. Mongo there, Nzulozo waha, Ankasa waha, Cape Coast waha. Let's make use. Ambobia onya najun pode. Oboko baby. Yeah. See if you have a daughter, another while in Mofomia about where you TV. And then drive along the Cape Coast to Axim stretch. Or to New Biongu, Nzulozo, or to New Biongu, a billboard of Ankasa. Curiosity will drive you there. Is that I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to streamline our tourism base. Axim Fort Antonio. Maybe more by Minister of Arts and Culture, Tourism. Light in Pony. Fort no, it's a dead end. There's nothing happening there.
Wow.
So we need to be creative. Because if you have info from our inzimo for the band, a be by a door there. Most away from in a matter of 30 minutes, she most away from because I would like to books in fear. We're talking about linguists. Just as it's happening in the first place. See, on Sunday, a downplay BBR, and we have to create things to bring people in. I've always liked the concept of Americans. No, yeah, say America, Obama BB as being a DC or something. They give you a target. They're very quick. Create something to bring people in. Into the tourism based war, a large majority is something we're going to work on because young pede. If you come to Nzema, you have to go to Nkofo, you have to go to Ankasa, also there Bagzim. Yeah, we have the only island over West Africa. And so, time Punutum Kodawa, Nanto from the point of Axim to the island.
Hey.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I tell you. So yeah, we have to be creative. Have to be very creative, especially with tourism. Yeah, Libiam Kade, Umbrofono, Swofi, Ebuchino Oba. One put over the 5-star hotels. Yeah, a compound house in Axim. You bet to me a Danukol, Ya Yemukama, Ghanaian base. Brony Biba. No, but or socialize with them. Or put on almost a worker guala, what they attempt, what they bought once on us and what kita wonsu worker guala. That is the experience people come to Ghana want to have. Now, yeah, what the good hotels or best, I don't know Kimpiski. What is the difference? Exactly. Or put on with the Ntimuka and su a medatem, Achachimas, Masan, Makitinsu, Semina. No, natural ways. By so doing, no, even the compound houses, no, it brings life to the area. So we have to be very creative, and that is what I'm looking at. I have somebody who's going to handle it. So yeah, but we are writing for proposals, and then I want to use Axim as a test case. The people who come there and experience will be different. Exactly so. Yeah, I say come up. Will be area honum. Fetch more. Even in going to use the toilet facility, they want a different style of it. A different style of it. Oh, yeah, they give you lantern one more cranium. So you see this white person that comes to Ghana, they operate woman cranium, the financial. I mean, they love that experience. So I'm looking at that in bringing job creation in a bit. So tourism is a great potential. All right.
I think beach resorts and come up. I don't know if I honorable my Kodai. Who inside Mabibia natural. Oh,
you've not been to Lumun?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. In fact, don't worry. You go there. What I say. Honorable Nancy, I feel condemn no so register class media.
Yeah.
Automatic.
Now, since about power. Last 4 years, the Wallen or cross and send Oma Kundum near Basa. Shamusa, our nominee captain, or elevated the Kundum standard now. Yeah, you're coming there.
Matthias.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Class media.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Papa. Honorable, may I sure say now white year was in naming. What's expectation from Sona?
Yamada said, Debiam Kade, President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he means business. Yeah, from day one, he's been honest in his dealings. Yeah, they came to massage things. A comrade will say inflation, no a day, indices. Yeah, the average Ghanaian is struggling. Yeah, I mean, you have a chance to call one of these Southern African countries as one of the parliamentary duties. Yeah, it's been no bo. I mean, you can live life. You go outside the streets and go to Kukumpoya. See, the cost of living, people and Ghanaians were struggling. And that is why Ghana for two Abane to Kofi will lose big time. So, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, yeah. And someone also don't come here to say because if you are open, now you're honest to Ghanaians. Near more to say there, this is where we are. When we are doing, because a chairman can no one can no one answer the way out of it. Now, yeah, Papi, I can't say me last son obey, okay. I mean, I always said, the last time I interviewed him, I've never been inspired by President Akufo-Addo because I don't know one can. Look at what he said. Me, I'm an energy expert. Now, say for President Akufo-Addo to tell us there, the lights are on. Yeah, I share the energy sector. And today, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, over me who Nyamoro. Yeah, the lights are on, but you massage things. Yeah, now the energy sector debt, it was about 2 billion. Yeah, because it is over $3 billion. Yeah, IPPs and Kofa will produce electricity. Yeah. send power na. Yes, I saw the no uncle. Yeah, you kawa abani what the one as at now, $1.7 billion. That's how much you owe them. Into ya say I'm a light in that debt. Busia another a kawa also they tackling head on. This government was just going about it. Into ya so yet the negotiation here about Benin, Jeopardy and shall light input and I'm not sure the light input between General Accra for even 24 hours. Yeah, this is the dishonesty of the past administration. Yeah, $1.7 billion. These are mostly Ghanaian, producers. I pay the ones who want to do my kodo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is it. And that is why I'm so happy for that. Even the energy ministry, we've had a renewable energy transition to it. Because as a nation, they will rely on fossil fuel. How it is crude oil and adi to power our engines. Renewable energy on the morning, solar energy. Yeah, through technology. There you would add renewable energy, solar, edible power generation. Initially, you might think no be then, but eventually it is affordable because you had a sunlight at DBI. It's even a change in the name of the energy ministry tells you that we are ready to fix things. Yeah, into these people say the president to tell us there they left the light on. One can't there but they got $3 billion. So the president of this country will tell us. And I like the way we're going because all the negotiations are he will tell us how we'll go around it. Because the light is everything. Because power is everything. There is Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Obey with the way forward, the plan, the cuts in the energy sector. Because we must not fail there. That is one bit.
Okay.
So I'm very much crucial on the details of energy sector, no? Knowing too well that this is how much we owe the IPPs and this is the bill, that's one crucial thing. Because light in Duma say Carl Kwan, Bibia, Emma Ghana for 3 mil square dimpo, that's a power engineer that or how I do it. I'm looking forward to it, and I believe that he'll be frank with Ghanaians and tell us where we are as a country and the way forward on that.
So na yedim say ya na your mind not tibia ye woman ye hwe say o man panyin no be kam ye hu over the years no na ya ekoso.
Well, you know, it has always been about mechanism, honesty and things. But they've been a way around it. And that is why I've said, look at President Mahama from day one, obey target-based appointment. Or say, Mami and first class. Or say, if we should declare our assets. I mean, this is a president that means business. Until I'm in there, you ain't to blame me. Abeni Awabe there, he's the cause of all this problem. But me and Tasi there, this is where we are. Yeah, and I was so happy. Any day Chile said this week when President Mahama came there, on push Bank of Ghana to be printing notes.
Okay.
Yeah, Sika. The Biam there for Obia or Waxim, Oben Musa Sika system not running in there. Why they are? One more cup of tea. The same cup of tea no simenim. Now they be no a way in sugum, a way in sugum, a way in sugum, a way in structure that print more money. Obey baby now utinumpo. Why it tasteless? And so made no or intact. Into a print is clear if you there you are making money or you are easing easy no. You are causing problems. You are causing inflation. For the president to even indicate, even before we read the budget today, there's not going to be any new printing of money in our day. It tells you that President Mahama means business and Obedo Babeli legacy. So for me, I'm expecting detailed state of affairs. This is where we are. Them na say, and the way forward on cuts. See, that's what I see.
What for the appointment committee, Kaka?
Oh yes, so once a while, more call. Oh, I mean, yeah. This democracy we have, on Saturday, Mankofu will lose faith in the democracy. Because no matter how bad democracy is, or yes, and soldier, because I'm saying here, Obia take over, or very greedy and selfish. And in a democracy, it to me plan the China next month, but under a military government, you cannot even plan. Yeah, Adechimbiana and Samoba. But the minority leader, Honorable Afenyo, a fantastic leader. I like him for a lot of reasons, the way he speaks and stuff. But most of Kono, it's not going to help. The questions are your bisa. In every industry or sector, we have some inner details. That I say, and taking 3 hours to ask questions in a day, and it is a mess. And Afenyo, as a minority leader, he won't realize it there. The tide has changed, and that you are in minority now. And it's not always about the aggressive manner. They be kede. Oh yeah, you say, honorable. Now when you one day, you say, Dabi, we are in government. You have to change strategy. Your last parliament was 137. Since we have the majority of members. And see, if you're going the aggressive way, where will we lead to? We as members of parliament, on Saturday you're proud today, you're to blows. Exactly. No, that is not the way to go. Yeah, that is not the way to go. Exactly. Look at the appointment committee last time here, yes, saying Ngwana Day, the Biamkede. So I have SHS. Another state institutions here, and you'll be charged with that. Yeah. You wouldn't even have dared do that. It is a call on the minority there. MPP as a party, maybe said, oh, you want down there. This is how Afenyo, Honorable Afenyo, Markin, and the leadership of the minority will lead the one caucus now. It is not the best. Jeremiah democracy, why a mockery? Yeah. They be those times, Nyama no corridor parliament, now people won't follow. But this time around, you have 70, 80, 90% of the population following. So exactly. Because, we've disappointed the citizens in the past. And since when we are the hope of them. So we must show serious business. And I believe there, leaving the appointment committee, creating drama and others, it has gotten to a point also there, you have to call Afenyo Kings and the minority leadership to order. They will not achieve anything as a country.
May I show us after the soda, you best send in Mike Bill or say good morning. Yeah, the young MP is very brilliant and selfless. The good people of Evaluate Ajomodra should help him to succeed. Together we can. Capros Black or say, my honorable MP, I'm watching you live from Dajin Azim. Okay, or say Ebenezer, I say you. God bless you. And Paul at say auntie, greetings to my MP. I'm Uncle Paul. God bless you. El Shedi. Now, or say good morning. The reason why the Azim Fort, which is the most aged fort in Ghana, records low patronage is because all the artifacts that will attract tourists has been moved to Elmina Castle. Oh, really? Okay, I don't so need the allegation wabe no. Paulata was said that is true. The name of the island is Bobaisi.
Yes.
Okay. Now obi to me into the hour or say catch on number same. Onka 8,800 and then I'm
I didn't change.
I didn't change. Shamaba say on the accident to those who scam the sky train. Engineers led by Joe Gatino are they still in this country or not yet? The Nicola Bra or cancer for Connie Mohammed or say Augusta workshop and pay a watch our Eddie Efrim a year Azim. And it's an pay me assure say after the sona you best sign a Shiania bon commonty one Azim for and never look at Jumbo. I uno munin crano pay.
You mother was biom. More kind there so that yeah, court. At the end of the day, no. About the three in the mesa. Any what problems, Papa. No constituency, the BM Kada is a rural constituency. Okay. Con Papa be in Sue, there's every problem. Problem be when you do a large major. And see, I was there, call your march forward. Now the divides now divide and Yama tactics over on board. And I know that no matter what it is, we're going to make progress. I am determined to make sure that Valajo Mojua becomes a great constituency. It's better when I say for the support and everything. Now, I'm there from next week or next 2 weeks. We start engagement. Maybe share Uranum, share the teachers, the nurses. I mean, the civil people in the constituency in Accra, in Takrade, outside the country. In Ayabwa, Mosa Yabo Boama, Evala Jumujo Akonim. There's issue with sanitation and others. And pediment tackle is a problem, and say it will be well. Seeing able together near Boam, we live there.
Stadium now,
oh, Bisa sports minister and there. Stadium. So major amount. Just like that. After spending millions of dollars on it, but you in German say couldn't be out of your boy. Why? Because I don't understand why, as a country, they be also football. There's rugby, there is tennis, there is other areas also they invest into. And see, I believe that the future is bright for Valajo Major.
All right. Thank you very much, Jason Image. See, he is a leader who lead us. God bless him. Nyame Onshaba Angelina Osianti, my greetings to my MP. Nyame Onshira Munyina. Samuel Kwasio, that's my future energy minister indeed. You could I change. Or see, I no pay. This is the most brilliant NP we have from Dollarman. And I would do a by so honorable Medawasi. Meaning, I feel the affair shares and they warm me up into going forward. I feel the Kundum class media, you didn't yes. And then see.
You best start today. I check out to Kuna. I don't know.
What you best
started in time.
Yes, starting in time. So they are honorable in the Mebe up. It's say and no see man PK. I crowd reactions and no pay. What they are good moon some ever twice. If you get saying,
me passing me honorable Kai. Or say sport in football, and I like that statement.
Okay.
Just 3 days ago, wheelchair amputee wheelchair for G trophy bronze Eddie Bagana ha. And see, Omama in other sports. Football no yabre since 1982 Black Stars. Ya Oma kwa and honorable. Meno ya park no so you be do jumana ya hwese sa stadium no. Omu NC in honorable. You be komo pa.
All right, so PK me jaba.
Ebusi idea me jiso pa kwesi PK on my Ghana NKOSUO sports in the marathon say ye de eba bedam ye sha se fefi the Black Queens of Ghana na wotwe mu na coach ayapa no fofoka Kim La Biogikrin on the team no ebo mu first game e Morocco mu Morocco ma no and the boy game ni ba na na Morocco ahye Ghana kabako a omo entimi antina mo coach Kim La Biogikrin o si the team no performance mu dan di no wabom aba so say the first game po na wo gidi pa say games aka beba no ma no ebebom hu modern.
Really good. I think this team came as one group and they are leaving in a completely different, a better group, I would say. Both like off the pitch with the team building, we're having a great team spirit here, and they have been working really hard in trainings. The focus has been more to defend well, high pressure, play with energy, play as a team. I think we did a good job in the game against Morocco, even if the result wasn't what we were hoping for. But they have like following all the instructions and they worked hard. And like I said, we're leaving as a better group and a better team. Of course, you always want to see all of the players. We used 17 players in the games against Morocco, and I'm looking forward to see all of them. I mean, there are so many great players in Ghana. I also know that even if we bring 23 players to this camp, there is another like 23 players that potential can help us in the future. So my job now after the camp is to watch even more games when they are playing their club teams, and to make sure that we, in the end of the day, in the summer, are gonna have the best squad as possible. That we're having so many good players, a great team. I'm surprised in a good way how they are listening, how they really want to do the best for this group, but would also make the country proud of them. So I'm feeling that we're moving in the right direction, and I'm sure that the next camp will be even better. And I'm already now looking for the next camp, actually.
Ebusuan kopie Ghana Football Association nyame ya duma match Ghana Premier League no omo date omo di abasa date no na Ghana Premier League no ye resume after say call break after ye see one swatre no Ghana Football Association paying for omo de krata ba na mo HM say match 7 and match day 23 no eno ebetimi atoja Friday ekopim Monday match 7 to match 10 and match day 23 no eno ebetimi atoja na outstanding games aka match day 20 match day 21 and match day 22 no match day 20 no Tuesday ekopim Thursday March 18 to March 20th eno ebetimi atoja and match day 21 so Tuesday to Thursday April 1 to April 3rd eno so betimi atoja na match day 22 eno so betoja from Tuesday to Thursday April 15th to April 17th. Winning Krata Ghana Football Association. Omide Abase Ghana Premier League no nyame yaduma match 7 also a bounce back. Ebusuan yengyina Ghana Premier League nyame yaduma na send medical catch say match 7 eno betimi atoja no. Kumasa Santi Kotoko IMC chairman Ora Nana Akwesi ewu apenkra or say obesere Ghana mpanyufo pa na sports minister say omombo na VAT na eda so mko gate amko kobo game sika omunya ewo gate VAT na eda so 70% or say the boy din and the sports minister ombo no humodin na sa VAT na eda so no omo ente so
kaino Endomani bi wo mu a GF so atra be ayegusu ekinkan endomani bi wo mu a edi hia no ntem ball ni say yambo yebebo ye twa omo amomabo ye nka say impostpone no to end but o say ehwe na measures na omo say enye no ye make sure say aye na enkoye krata atro na ba ku mienu ewie pa na ye no na ye dada to do adarma mesro na masasro afa konya we so asasro say no ahwe so na otomonos league ayi na ne ekana wajina abwaya ma eno so so etimi abantele na the titro pa so high any VAT any other deductions are yekokoko in the entertainment industry, grab a flat rate of 3%. And so, yeah, at 17.5, 18, almost 18%. Now, Ubewi, Rusika, Ubenyano, other deductions, Ubewi, now almost 45% echo for deductions. All because yeah, use national stadiums. Now, other clubs, the Omo individual, just the VAT portion no mutia. Na that deduction is also there. And the master na waba idea na washe and also amaye.
Ebusuan yonko wiemu ewo amanane na nura English Premier League games be etoja match day 28 eno etimi etoja na say na games no scoreline no eno so etimi epio ma yenhwe na emfa ho sem so etimi na yemfa ma Brentford omo ne Everton ebo 1-1 Manchester United omo eche Ipswich Town ebo 3-2 Nottingham Forest any Arsenal mo coach say omo epeso mo gi league no omo ebo 0-0 Tottenham Hotspur etra Spurs Stadium ma Manchester City ebo me ka ba kwa omo entimi anti Liverpool omo stadium league on top of the Premier League omo sisi adomo was 67 points enra omo echi Newcastle United ebo me ka mienu e ma Newcastle United omo entimi anti-B Ebusuan aha na OMAN Ghana NKOSUO sports yedi AC yedi amejiso eyepa kwesi PK
It's no ordinary sport.
evergreen memories. Wow. The kind those days and in front of him. Abra back from na parenting edi omo enkwada eba. Me jina wan kono na me put some for say. Na ebe but I'm check. We bonded as colleagues at the dining hall, the dormitories, classrooms. It's just say, me na can you bomo prekope. But the question is, and now we will hey, na squad you are here. Or like were here. Floozy. Any boys in here? Where you day? We in school no. We are by the point. We be to kwai. We be ko university. We be mu abrabom 70. We had to retire to the villages. We are here to reunite you and ensure that we can help each other. But before that, we call St. Louis, Ola, Wegehi, Holy Co, Preset, St. Peter's, and now Bishop Herman, and now St. Augustine. This is the platform for you. Join me, Dr. Kofi Anna, on Family and Friends Reunion as we share memories and experiences in life. Only on CTV, Ghana's #1.
CTV, Ghana's #1.
Looking for the truth in the big news stories, eager to separate the wheat from the chaff and get the facts? We've got you covered on Facts of the Week. Facts of the Week is the program that separates the news from the fake, the substance from the clatter, and the true voice from the noise. Presented by the brainy, bold, and beautiful multi-award-winning news anchor Valentina Oferifiye. Facts of the Week airs every Friday evening from 6:30 to 7:30 right here on CTV, Ghana's #1. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube at my CTV GH. We find every seek on Facts of the Week. Facts of the Week, your trusted source for verified news.
Hello, hardworking traders of Ghana. I've got terrific news for you. If you have goods to sell in a store, shop, market, or online, call Beautiful Betty or Handsome Kojo Asari on 0245-929-220. That's 0245-929-220. And we will help you sell faster to more customers. Customer. See and hear the adverts on CTV, Ghana's #1, and buy at good prices. CTV and all our radio networks across Ghana is helping traders connect to customers here, there, and everywhere. To sell your goods to more customers, call Beautiful Betty or Handsome Kojo on 0245-929-220. That's 0245-929-220. Class Media Group. We help traders sell to more customers.
Meye Autopass. Yeye ka ho adwuma bibia efa ka ho. Wode ba Meye Autopass ye be yammo. Yeye ka ahorowo. Ka bi ti se Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi, na Korea ka bia. Se ehu atochima na opa obi a obeye ni yie. Na enkwaja okwantefia. Hwe Meye Autopass and diagnosis services. Ye be yammo kama. Minim die hia. So wo car na wo car no so wo dia aha ana wo so wo do ani kire car bi ekita wa wo problem hwehwe o mo ekira kwan na o mo beboa o mo ni mo aboda from say explaining engine anything hwehwe o mo ekira kwan na o mo mo a
afei nso ye wo spare part shop kese pa e wa boso kan a ukopie mu a car ho no ma bi a wo pe bia no ubenya bi wo ho
Meye Autopass and diagnosis service ye home services say ebia o ka no e wo fie na o pese ye be ye hu adwuma wo fie ma ye be servicing to say oil brake pad ye betima be no fie say office su na wunya adaji emfa mba ha na o pese ye be fa ka no ye hu adwuma ma wa ye betima ba office wo ne ya befa car no ne ya ba be yebo adwuma kama ye wi a ye di wadi abrɛw ye wo drivers a omukura license a ofa wo car obesan di aba pepepa asambia emba ho ohwehwe meye auto pass and diagnosis services a ye wa Blekuma New Town ye number is a ye di adwuma 0244 451 776 and 0244 264 995.
Meye auto pass, we are the best. Open up those gates.
Imana way. About Rio. Brania Kofa Krano. Hi, mine. My uncle.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, darling.
Mommy, why didn't you come and get me?
Don't worry, I'll come and get you next time, okay?
Okay.
Ima, Shahana top your tabag back for Breme. Aha, Ima, pe shop ne wahano. Keso mo tolobi for one to be Bremen. Ima, unshi ham to banche mami.
Ah, madam, I don't pay so be kufiana. When me brother problem ana.
Esi ninti na mpese mesio de wo fie nyina anye adwuma.
And it's an etia. Yan come me ho. Akoto new high sense air condition. See the airport wo.
Sa.
Mo twan no ko fa open abro. So that's.
Mati.
Na my wara ko tuma ko pese o so sin na wa him so nyina.
Instro so me sort o dodo.
Me pacha one am no kasa. High sense air condition obi any jiho and no obi part of. Esan say our gold plated things, high quality copper pipes, eco-friendly gas and a 4-in-1 filter system. High sense air condition from ano. Air clean and a ensansu nyedede. Your splits and your floor standing. Your standard and an inverter cooling system. And to say who change day? Ko high sense showroom bia. Every 18th, a copy 28th February. Ya Titi so say hook a you boom to high sense in there. Nina 5 years manufacturer defense warranty.
Hello, Mira. Wouldn't say a free 18th, a copy 28th February. High sense for AC.
Bravo!
Wow, Odehyeeba Kofi.
High sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
So everybody loves Maradona. How is the journey like?
It's party time on one of them. Obaapa, as I introduce to you, Safari, Zoom Flex, live on Ghana's #1. With Zoom Flex, you can join the fun wherever you find yourself via Zoomer. Ella, just shake the body. God, it's Friday. Of course, time is 10 p.m. sharp on Ghana's #1 with the man them DJ Last Week Official. We say, Ola Olamba. What?
Give me the move. Give me the vibe. Give me the move. Give me the vibe. Give me the move. Give me the
CTV, Ghana's #1.
Apostle Francis Odro World Outreach Ministry, Akawa Hubium, the School of Ministry. I Yame and I'm Apostle Francis Odro. Yame Adon Wolf so, and now that is so any Islam which I say. Yame to serve Frau Amanyamia Duma. And I'm Pasa, who Yamisumu Dada, Nansu Nimadum Kra, a wow so. And yet, now when you better.
Baby kakransa egusu a yesumo e wo my Ghana NKOSUO so na me catch us say niema nyina agu akwa mu ye hu se bambo adwumayefo akobra sebedwafie mu ezne kwa de ma hu se nkrama nyina ewom bi a che say security measures a ye di gu akwa mu to pave way say President John Dramani Mahama ede so na so my Ghana tibia ye wo mu no ode eba betu ye ne mani ntimadi kam wati ase se ne ebekoso e wo Ghana mrahye wedwafie mu bia no ena no pay ebetwa ne live ama won so watimi enhu bi e wo CTV so ensema hodo a president ebekwa akoka na edoso ene nti ese fatase ni nyina no ye yire ye ho na wotimi tini nyina na wonam oman ni mu a wahu tibia ye wo mu ti na ka ye de health sector, education sector, energy sector and afenso employment rate ne nyina no ye behu tebia ye wo mu ankasa ma mekọ ahoma no so na mene lawyer yaw anoche frempon enkodi enkomo wa ben pa wa ye mranim ni lawyer good morning. Hello lawyer otemenka emese lawyer entemenka ye be hwe ne yakodete lawyer yaw anoche frempon back na ye ne no edi komo ye hwe yabakose ba bi efire yaba bedru nne na empo saa hye na ya ye ewo ye mra kuni ni mu se bra no bia afi no ye hye ase a ewo se omapanya wo ho no ekohwe oman no tibia ye wom na obeka ho asema yen Ghana fo na ye so ye wo oman ni mu no ye hu tibia ye wom ankasa na afi ye nyina ya bo hu anamontuo no ba bia ye ni ekire saa over the years anamontuo we no yetimi edi so ana most of times here na so na no mapanyo ti akonwa so no obeka ya wo ba wie no ebi wo ho no ma na akwakoye ati se campaign bi ase bi a niema bi a matimi ya ase de me bebo me ho abaso bi because one way ya over the years ase omampanyi bi aba de sha ase ti se de omampanyi de ya ne okokan ene ebe hu ne frenchim pepepe ye be hu se tibia ye wo mu ni afi no esesa na ehia na se aban na nota so eti akonwa so a na afi ase nkomodie no esesa sa na tie ana sa na wo se eye enti no ye nkoma hodo bi a ye nyina wo se ye ma yani ekọ ho ne ye hwese edi enti na ama ya dwene ye yense emra no se de sika no se yemfa tibi omani wo mu no entu dwa no afi ni kwa animu a aban na da so tie akonwa so no na ete se nkomo no asesesa ase de ya akọ one way bi no enti ye rese lawyer ya anoche frempon ebe join yen na yetimi ene no edisa nkomo no se ye mbota ye a esi ye no so se oman a ye de sa emra no ehye ye mra kuni nimu no anye bia yetimi a achieve sa target no ana ene Ghana fododo na ehwe animu se titiru pa me dia me hwe animu ene se ye be hu yan ka ye de e wose ye hu e ka oman Ghana ye de Niatoso emienu ewase ye hu ye energy sector no problem ewo ho niatoso emiensa no ewase ye hu say corruption scandals are ye recorded no anade ye tete na no so ni ginabra etesen na mamenko eye sakete eho ewo mrahye bedwafie mu na ye ne no eni enkomo sakete good morning sakete good morning
Obaapa Yaa Titi
net say
nyame adom
eba me da say na ma hu say mrahye bedwam ase ya de nkrama nyina ba ho tibia be na wo musisi a ahoboa no te say
no de ye nokre obetie mu wo mrahye bedwam hanom a ena ne nyina ye hwe nim so mampani eba betie mu hanom no de nim system eba betiga aye the state of the nation address the first time oba betie mu hanom na oba nhika ha efa ban body ene enda from kura City main gate on mu e wase ho no mu a police for ni soldier for ba be gu ha no mu a almost any say buying body or metodo meaning up a paper. Now, over Tiamu was same Hanuma, dear Bakwana, a hard dream, a fat system so far, I more Hanum. And then I say, this is not the first time the state of the nation address. Media for the one city about the cover. Now, so unless you the Tiamu Hanuma, send back for Modia to Janese. And then almost Macam Media and set up a GTV, any Wego TV, any amo kwan say omo cover program eni ni ade a ye say ni Hanum say ye nim tenifo kasa so mbema say omo amaye kwan dia eni ye nim kwan ye be fa so ye so ye be cover program ne dia ama the media houses eni ni ade ba
sakita asam na wo kan ye very serious issue nti nya botra ne ye mba ba mu wo say empanyemfo kire say apart from GTV anyway Zo TV omuma obia emfa camera nsi ho encover does it mean say they are expecting say mo be pick feed e dey free ways or na GTV and say sign asem ne tie
ta pepe I am Mr. Damwa our media relations our parliament and all the instructions by so no so instructions are omode man e see above ni say station you no GTV anyway Zo TV omo mienu pa ni amom kwan se omo set omo camera enti yen ya ka no omo se wo ye hwan a wo ye gimo ha no mo dada no ye nyina enkonko gi feed ni e wo sa stations ha eno nti asem America no ye serious issue ye se ni ti ani mpeni for be kasa so mama ye kwan ni etimi akọ cover program ti se o kan ye sa pepe
na mugusu no amoka no are you making headway?
Headway they make it because as some of can answer the instructions say the man is a through hono nti onti ya wo camera side na wo no anu waba be working out nti ya executive to mo ha no mo nim penifo kasa so you making headways bia so far
eti a wo ne make say wontimi wura chamber ho ana
me wura ho e ma ya working out nti say me wo Parliamentary press call your office on and America say.
If you are here for the what chamber one kasa.
Chamber na me ra chamber mo hon de security for ni biaba a mo de ban bonya mo to ho. Na o hwe gallery hon mo na asoja for mpeni for ni police for mpeni for mo ma be ban na de ade omo tete ho and a couple of outsiders so be o ma be witness program omo so mo aba. Na ye camera for ni na ye say instructions say above me say you say 2 media houses and a back cover. It is some media monsieur amewo PPC office no.
Wow. And say obi antimi ma reason bia and na Jubilee House na enkra no so free buy no ye munya obi anso mbisa ne the reason behind it.
Me pastor that be is I am penny for no more PPC executive for no money penikonya by some beshe sana ebekwa kopi enti yanso ye die sire ye nyama enti ye beti bia no so no me fe na me dia to woni.
All right. Sakite mame na wase bibia ni yabesa ba won chen quick because ne ye pese ye hu de ekoso e wo 24/7 we ya asem a ye nua be ma Gordon Sakite Ediamaye ye parliamentary press call no Gordon senior kamisa shabre na ma enti Sakite asema waka wase ye hwe ne ne empagefo mo ye involve no ye wase ye benya bi ene wo mo akasa mon try Shami Mane ne nkofo emaye ne ye bisa wo mo the reasons why because we say e bin share dan see that so there should be a reason behind it. It is yan yaba na se wuntimi mayen reason say sa ade no order from above kasa no am chowo this time around no or some be nyina ye careful ho if there is a genuine concern the reasons why e was say other media house tap from GTV and as a wezo I think explaining to us will be better than see e be jane blank sa na as Obia carry nchiro obi na oka order from above there. Now say the officer dey kwatiti mremu na ye wo mu ani ye kemu no. What I say? Lawyer, good morning.
Me madam.
Lawyer Yawanoche Frempon wa ben e wo mremu pa. Lawyer facha ya homa no anoma bi besi so no otwetwa mu ma yen. Na bokọ de e.
Bacha me ho ye ya.
Yada nyame ase. Lawyer Madaroma wodi eja me pa abakwasam wo Ghana ha woni nipa wodi kan a wo ba mitirim. Na fa yamfa mu kakra so na ya kan wo Ghana ha. Ye hyase a ye den kra de abedu ha. Na wo be ne ya.
Yo medase me pa cho ye kan so na no a ye State of the Nation address ya. Me pa cho no de na nka Oman bia na mmara ho.
Okay.
Oman pani ye to abama wo bia ye wie. Ye hwa ne se wo be ye wetuma. Na mbom America fo ana etwa esabi de to ho a wo mu nso enka wo mmara no we ni constitution we ni mmara bia bi. Na mbom wo mu sha ase se Oman pani be di ekota. Wo mu a se okoko gina parliament. No kasa kire ne mindful. O se parliament no 33 million people of Ghana no want to be Medina Yenimun Kata, and Gina Yafuaba. The name is follow Gina or Wenimua. Let us say Gina Yenina Yenimuna Kata. The State of the Nation address normally we started with the first 100 days. First 100 days, the United States of America President Obaapa Yaa. Now, only one more could think it at home. It is a way of saying, say, or no man in na 80 in Kitaho, then a medical actually constituency Diara. Ya teacher man went to constituency. Constituency Diara never CD, I will hold it. It is so quite. Let us say, ya one the top I say, 190 Ghana Yina, what catcher will be about 100 days. No man watching me, yes. And then then this is said, or Babe. The poor woman said, so what to me, so to me, yo, be to me, Yanoshe. No more, I have tradition, and now say, be a war, a mamre, more or less, million and gay, a mamre. Acquire a mamre, a war. You shall say, to about 1992, yes, you see, America, poor dear, I, dear, a Juba, and Sunny Americano. The Obeka piano be answered the shade, and the one constant could be a besides a day in a one court because a liberal did enough for Gina court. The Samaya Attorney General, the court president, Begina court in Wabeka, and their tradition. The Sanya who came a yet tradition that account. And you know what, if a phobia this was you who would do a parliament as petition. Sabian overcome once them through. Accounting and crop to about at the mouth. Accounting a year GDA ewo womu. If in this day, many young program start 24-hour economy. President Mahama entering Gina Parliament in the non Casa bet to make year 3. Why out fast what? They say after obey you, Babusunu, now come here and say, 24-hour economy. What's that in the Dabay? Another band I was starting. Was start over started. Now starting at the band there. No year, no said this year. And here now we are quite good. Ghana need the answer and say you lady. Dear. You need you. Yeah, Yano, and they say, a sick 4 pounds, you can be in what time so quack yet or register Momo. No, could never be so send you Momo. Ah, I sick 4 quite almost so. SND won't sick. If you levy the year here for yes, Sunday, Yama, nominate your mouse speech, Kanyadi. You're in a high end package. About 80% of the people of Ghana, any year you live in. Yes, but to say, your papa become once and then. A penny of me and some men know me. Your ball, Kufa, your cheap power, or who power, woman, what no, Casa de Brain, Minister, Wano, Obaapa Yaa Titi, COVID-19 tax in Ghana for Etiano. The patrol dear, that's what's COVID-19, 2029, and now a year, 2025. And no Kufado, Adia, what was our name, finance minister, ever see that. The Mahaman or to us one answer or did a free walk. But there's a man can sound quite clear. Some woman can clear away any import duty. Over importing woman, Amagana, who here there was a manata, very unpalatable as I had the cry. Meaning, say, the papa to me cash cry way dear. One to me, I must work Ghana for Bube food. And then so that can be being so dear one whistle for him. If it is our old, they buy a report more than 2,000 abbey. minim so obeka ho bi say omukusu hihye na mbre sa ne yebehu se cases bebre baba court ni ade baba no ho sampo hini bi mpa no ene say go ba ye no week no aye yi ni no sha so yi ni ministers wa bra bi die to me 2 months kura ni ye we die that week now say eventually ade baba no ho sampo hini say unlike the previous situation MPP me NDC you scratch my back I scratch your back in that year papa we ba ya no a whole finance minister ya hwehwe aba ba hwehwe de no mamu nti we kira say we jai anyankoye a woni MPP wo a wo ye adwuma de ati nanim amadabi ya ka president bi okoye na wasan ebe bie mu a ne yatuma nya bibi de account so ba no megu ne mu animu ase the part of me Jesus answer bi papa obeka de abono ho.
All right. Lawyer answer na memo akro no. Over the years, but I tie so na nachi no yatimi achieve ana.
The pacho but I achire over the years no. Mr. Yentimi achieve. On my way with you. Yentimi achieve. Anunti ana tade abi insakraye eban.
Okay.
Ko baby to start Britain. Aban ba kutumu win election be 6 times. Margaret Thatcher, we need, I think so. We need that for that. A true baby, no one, and no choir, John Major by. John Major by, and Sana. I look what we need one. And Sunday, mobile.
Yeah. Too bad. Lawyer, you are not sure from Power Homano, sign attribute, but you did not ever see because Emmy said what me touch on all the issues are not your person, you can't asem. It's your next son, I know me sure, say, Yami Adama also expect to be comment session, my CTV GH, on so to me, Edward Jinshana said, you expect Eddie at where you're backing kind, Eddie Amau, come pa. Ivan Che innocent at not say dada. Na ye hwe ni mo bra list so enam kwan so benchi obedru hasisi a na ye be hye ye nkomo na se because ene nkomo no edoso yeti wo se ye hwe se ye betimi attack ni nyina star 413 hash option 4 star 413 hash option 4 cash flow and pay you who say wodo number ebeto system no eso na won so watimi atwa bi kama pa na che se wo betimi anya 1500 cedis ewo phone no eso ye chiche bonus a won so won sa betimi aka bi wo 20 cedis and 30 cedis 50 Ghana na person di twa nya sika ho adaje da bia me ka kire entwa mbom baako twa ne baako se be ya wo number no wo be ne se sapete no wapeti atum na se yenya ena ye kro no innocent it's saying yeah the nyame ase weekend ye koye said the bia me catch us say me no be hia ne e di weekend aha ya na me ko bisa last weekend e koye de
oh nyame adom kakrakra
the nyame ase the nyame ase pa no peso ye da se say liso ono de woni time so ono ye nim dada so woni time so innocent nko no ye time conscious odi ne time so kama na me say na chi o baba no maburagu ho okay but answer ne be share nko na se na so na what expectations so far?
Oh, I think that me narrow down to me alone. People will be disappointed. I think that the expectations of Ghanaians, you know, also. Yeah, because so we had the last 8 years.
Yeah.
Baby a Ghana kwana nam, and nema Ghana who, and the Ghana come, the economy, education, employment. Just every facet of our Ghanaian society has suffered some level of your friends saying degradation, including even forest, water bodies, everything in this country in the last 8 years has suffered to a certain level. So this whole new government coming in place, you know, offer a certain renewed sense of hope to the average and the ordinary Ghanaian, hoping say something new is going to happen.
Okay.
So and next one now is an opportunity for President Mahama. First of all, to chronicle baby ye free ba. Because you say win baby you free ba, you will not know where you're going. Yes, it is important to say Obeka Ghana for where we want to go, but it's also good say be remind you where we are coming from. Say be in our way forward, you know, ever guide on our next steps. Na yenko slip into what happened in the past. And in terms of the economy, the Ghana phobia, Ghana Nibia relief in terms of doing businesses and so forth. One major thing I remember has to do with this. Your friend is saying taxes are now lawyer. I can't want some Ghana near or Wabonsia Cobra, what me a to address or the buffet. Taxes are just so good so at the port, no? Not car no own to me. The Obaapa say are buying for. Wow, car Cobra when you bounce or be the man a girlfriend that will keep maybe a crowd to Yakra when to Yaka. So some of these taxes are a good pot, no? I see about more near you know because taxes in the world and then Ghana nkwana COVID-19 buy aye yare man for edge your friend say unemployment benefit for the COVID no we were paying taxes COVID taxes and several other way impose a lot of economic burden on the average Ghanaian. So I am just looking say some of the taxes that President Mahama also promised. So obey free or like the COVID, like the betting and other way, no, or offer a certain economic ground to be for the average Ghanaian. Sabaya that pressure, no, obey free or one major thing that obey a bone of contention. And personally, I was on radio, TV, everywhere speaking against it. Your friend is saying the e-levy. The e-levy, tax as a binyansa be enemy. Taxes, you know, we have tax regime everywhere. What you do, they say, you stifle economic growth, and I say economic transaction are cost to businesses. So the profit that people get, you know, that is what you target. But if we get to a point that where government begin to tax amount for principal, because I mean, Sandisika will be a many business. Exactly. And your profit, your friends are oriented enterprise. We are over the tax free, but then. Sikano da bank account now they buy momo so I better we free momo so I better so some of these things you know emma this cashless society na person ye no ebetimi akosoro I think say taxes one major thing President Mahama will have to look at it na ohu hawa ye betimi relieve the burden because I believe say me widen the tax net to cover larger areas. We will be able to get a lot of revenue and some of the informal sector no businesses and transactions they don't go through any system. So we should be able to formalize all these transactions, the business activities, you know. They go through a certain proper channel. About for government manage taxes. And then a major challenge is rent. Every single person in this country. Yes. Rent, you know, this is what happens. Last year, I'm back behind them. I catch you say 500 Ghana cedis a month. I feel you know. Now, you say 500, you 2 to 800 without no indication, nothing, and you not in the discretion and but I'm saying some of these sectors, and you regulated with any formal processing, you know. Nipa just carry you now or no or bonity man or two just kind of good bottom. But I think that if we are able to look at a system, I bet me making sure because I don't believe that even house owners the crowd should be giving houses out to people. There should be a system or be able to register a dime. Making sure that Ghana need pet danya. You don't deal with a household agent and as a owner no. Now a system ubetimi go through ubetimi regulating prices no kwan e fa so etua kra no 6 months 1 year. Now yetimi yes anema we nyina ebe a lot of relief say rent yetimi the mra na ye aduma. Now the more the highest ubetimi etua just 6 months. Trust me, a lot of people will survive in this country. And I'm saying those in Yamanu Huntino, Obia, Dasore, and Yam Kana not to told Dimusa, Basabasa, and now a crowd per day when you win a bit. And you'll be our back crowd by national service 1 year, or behind I see 2 years. Now, or 1 year, we are 1 year and I can none better man and Papa never. There should be a system that should regulate some of these things. Not easy governance. So inshallah, idea who be out. Sad near my petty way. Who say anyway, no. If we are able to do some of these things, rent issue, cry, resolve that. Trust me, a lot of young people will be able to put your friends saying life together because what better when you see can hand down just for 15,000 Ghana cedis. I can't hand down. I can't team. The old begum and said all that government has to do is to implement existing laws just to ensure say a man for will go through proper channel. So I think it's one area social way we need to look at. Now then COVID. A home sense said na papa is saying a home near my corruption other related way I mean say a lot of activities in as a forum. We need to know the next line of action because we've seen a freeway, you know. I'm sure the government is really committed considering how they are going about it. But I think that assurance must also come Ghana for because there are a lot of people who still don't believe that this whole thing is real. You understand?
Yeah.
So I think President Mahama will have to reaffirm his commitment to the fight against corruption and making sure say individuals are more far they don't go scot free because Yamakacha say Yatikroma at the end of the year sika kwa amanfo botom esuchen sika kwa aban ho. And we cannot continue to live in a country that particular thing will happen. So we need to be very frontal and very aggressive in our quest to fight corruption and so forth. So I think it's one major thing that will have to be considered. And again, job opportunities for young people and so forth. I can't just say in anywhere in the world that young people any pursue national security threats to our very existence, our coercion and everything. So government will have to make sure say some of these things will come to stream. Because maybe the best way to free unemployment team as this 24-hour economy President Mahama can if we are able to go the industrial way, setting up some of these enterprises overnight. I bet me employ a man for and then also I'll reduce this pressure of going out there to import Nema Abakroma rice and Nema be a import to crowd tell we embasho. Not yet how young people are just gallivanting on the street of Accra and Ghana or when near Jumaya. When some of these yet me yes I never win a man for being Jumaya day and night as Sika a carbon thing a crab more for instance Ghana to me far over bear 250 million and a come Thailand say they crab more. When majority of young people are descending from the north, our land, the war, Abetena Kumasi, Ebe, Kayaye, Nabaumia Kacho say, Obesi, your friends, the hostels are more, when these people, you better invest to ensure that this large scale farming, rice farming somewhere, no? Yeah. I bet me a cost of my mom for I see that Ghana has a lot of potentials, both natural, your friends say human, everything. All that we have to do, you say, you bet me, you bet me a position of mine. So President Mahama will have to speak to Ghanaians and also assure them because the last leg Ghana democracy, so this Mahama government because of the experiences Ghana have in the past. There are a lot of people who don't even believe or have faith in democracy anymore. You understand? So this is an opportunity to assure Ghanaians and reaffirm that commitment. So going forward, institutions of state will run to their fullest way. And they are string controlling state institutions. They are working at the behest of certain individuals in power, but not in the interest of these people, Ghanaians. Ghana for once again have hope and believe in the state institutions. Not Ghana for the support of a campaign because you can work alone. You need to enlist the collective support of the people to be able to achieve whatever that you do because all that you are doing is to provide direction. The workforce is the people. Once they have trust and believe in the system, they say the system will work out. Trust me, things will work out. But never be a NKOSUO Parliament. I found your marking in the vet and yeah, we are talking about trust in the state institutions. So we have Nema Brante with appointment committee anymore. Oh yeah. Then you begin to wonder, say, this serious, your friend is saying, committee ayate. Their job is to interrogate and find out, say, yeah, I am minister. Ajumano, do you have the capacity of waiting me and answer on to me? Your phone now will knowledge or what to say. Nipana, but I've ever catch and say, on Messa, and I mess up your friends at our parliament. I will be here. When you reduce some of these serious businesses to some of these things, people will not attach any seriousness to it. And I like the reaction from the chairman. But you see, MPP as a political party should also be very, very, very careful. The man said the fact that we lose political power and doesn't mean hey, you are descending into abyss forever. You need to build hope. And in building hope, this silly approach is not the way to go about it. You understand? This arrogance, this belligerence, or be a Kenyan such that kind of silly way, I'm not sure say is the way to go. You don't sit in parliament and use such an honorable institution to be favoring personal agenda in this particular manner. That was the comment people were making about this, what happened yesterday in Parliament. Among for expecting, saying we have ushered ourselves into a new phase. The new phase, with a renewed hope, with a renewed sense of responsibility. Man for expecting that politicians will live up to that particular billing. Because we said new narrative. The narrative should include doing things differently. But these people go there and the way they behave so amateurish and so infantile to the extent that sometimes you begin to wonder, say, stage now where you hope is a get are they really there? You ask people to go to parliament and dance bobo. Abra will be out to another other dances. Now, parliament will be a new order. So I think that we need to get serious. So now there are things that we are hoping say I think the president ever made the address. And we are hoping say he will be able to assure Ghanaians because with this new government the hope na shall say but the old no and never tell what the future will be. So I'm expecting say on rising up to the occasion and the many promises also I'll make here in the manifesto and the assurances that he gave to the people of this country. You know. In terms of Galamsey, I've seen a lot of your friends say, well, go around the minister, Ashanti regional minister, the minister at the sector, no, yes, engaging people. We need to do a lot just to ensure say, some of this environmental degradation through amount for greed, and then as for more yes, I way, you know, you stop it. Then you know will depend on the decisive action by government just to ensure that these things, these areas are red zones. They are red areas. You don't just step in because if you do, there will be consequences. Now, state no moment MAS sponsor all motivating and incentivizing people to go into ventures and end up destroying our own life in a forum. That is the kind of assurance and the commitment Ghanaians are expecting. So 10 o'clock it will start. I think that the expectations are quite high. So you're back. Now whatever that the womb be no ya say about country Ghana for but the mission say you betimi aye a renew amount for hope na amount for abamumu ko bebre titifia because of the Akufo-Addo in the last 8 years omo abamabu. We need to rebuild that particular hope, inspire confidence and ensure say Ghana new once again rise to the occasion and believe say their government is up to the task. The government is committed to doing things that will benefit them. The government is not there to satisfy individual greed. Then I say for Namum, work to the satisfaction of the people of this country. And trust me, this country will get better. Over that's around Power Kroma, Oko Airport. Young people are move free Kroma and not the Ketwa. Yes, because there is this veil of hopelessness and desperation. What we school, we near Jumaya. A friend of mine, even in the master's program now, a friend me also go Dubai. Oh yes, because
masters in Dubai.
So you cannot blame him. Oh, the opportunities and those there is absolutely nothing here. You understand? So I think that this is something that we need to work on to rebuild hope. Sabi Amanfo who say in our own country I can live here and survive. This he has been here all along. Ajuma kwa kwa Paris. Sikali betu ya kano. Ubeko bibe you 1,000 Ghana cedis. You bet you be cut 1,500 Ghana cedis. Now what's a cry and I say such sikan editor but that's survival. So we need to just to ensure that we stimulate private sector the growth. Sabe your mom for amount for adwuma mu no so no. They will find a way to earn decent living. Because sometimes when I'm for Kasana, her salaries are for any our chrome hire. We have best show because system be and who are check some of these things. Exactly. You understand? So we need to restructure the system in such a way. A lot of them are COSO. And the Abasana Nipania Najas or Comedo is Nabosome or convert Sikana to Ghana, Sikam Nubenya 5,000, 6,000, and they will go. But the horrible ordeals these people get exposed to out there. There are no ladies or Moko or Mama Beam. Ebin Ko Okona Ghana near San Suni Omo, not Tarabrosan, so not Uchi Abrosan. Oba, all because of this is a modern day slavery people are being subjected to because Nikuromno they have everything, natural resources, gold, diamond, but few people are utilizing it to their benefit. As a son and man name Nananama Kugo Buchre and a man for ma resources are meant to benefit them, no. They are suffering. Go to Obuasi the last time we spoke about it. Yeah. If you would do Obuasi, you see hopelessness, you see desperation, you see diseases for because of the toxic environment that you're creating. But no, the core beneficiaries, I him for more home cat. And for And your friends say company no frabontia. Even corporate social responsibility that must be rendered to the people. And you or land now where the bayer Jumano, you're taking away from you. So living there now, Kasani, your life is in danger. You understand? Is this the reason why recent times, I see young people mining areas sometimes you cannot blame them because first no move free say oh but then because of market as the information is available, you know, they've been able to identify say no, they have a stake in that resources and they must claim it. Exactly. Across South Africa, some of these things has been happening. So this is the time for us to also look at our mineral regime just to ensure say yebenya a good cut from young kasa natural resources. Now you dey nim nyansa, your resources you say you have between 5%, between gold na me royalty. Na nipa de sene timi aye saa nhihye o de go, ye gold ye nya aye. Ye de abambe 90% come am for so mumetu, but and nimdia ba to a point unya natural resources na wuntumi ntu a. You just high services of individual with the capacity of metimi aye. Who we are, you pay them, you own it. That is what countries are doing. Say gold na when you don't have, employ people, pay them, let them extract the gold, you pay them, you own it. That is what everybody is doing. But now your friend is saying lithium. You saw what happened. And your friend's a percentage. And the resources go away. These people, capital flight, they export everything out of this country. So I know the day, you know, you could Parliament with GDP, but on minor other critical indicators and the countries they use as to whether their people are doing well or not. This human development index and so forth, people don't even talk about it. But and on the capture the real life of every single individual, or lifespan, literacy, and whole lot of personal development and so forth. But some of these things are your priority because government now set it up was factor human welfare, factor human development, factor individual progress. Now, avenue for few people to become rich, and that is all that leadership power is about. This is the time for us to change that narrative, and I expect President Mahama to leave that particular course and ensure, say, Ghana for he will come with a renewed hope at Ghana for Benya said now no and near Master.
All right. Issues be trade will chrome before I ever call strike actions the last time closer to 4 days when I mean so much who feel grandpa. Now President Mahama found from show manai. Crawford about pay you my what I say, star 413 hash option 4 no air cash flow. And che yekoya nim kakra, meba beche wusika, intimesrel, but home den so do number better your system no so star 413 hash option 4. Star 413 hash option 4. Now what the number add to your system no so we have 5 Ghana cedis. Now what media to so number no a draw so more. Now amount guarantee say automatically betimi a winning big. It's not just say a who asem enonom. But me sure say from weekend na basis sabre ya to say me dey am that so can be and because and I be na na creative confusion be and I start inviting Crawford sky train home sem matese na no yesi jogati koye and na professor me konfu koye and na abronya de ni nsem hu no kokekan and ma wo mo inviting nti yan say so far so good keka invitation na ekoso no ebomu a ma yen hope bi.
Oh yes, I think so, and I like the approach. Enya gidi gidi say yakwakoso bi na to come ya chechere no because Professor your friends am ya confidie. I'm told he was invited. Yes. And then he went there with his lawyers. That should be the formal way. Yakobo ro bi dem yakwachewa na jo na de ade achechiri wani no sa na money belong to antiquity. Modern times ya ye women say nipa no afoma. Just go through due process and make sure you deal with the person. And that's how we cracked in China. The reason why the last time I was talking about how a Kenofurata home was raided without due processing and so forth. And that's how you shift the attention and the focus to that incident, but people lose focus on Neman and any Panaya. Then you buy sympathy for the person. Okay. You understand? Okay. Yes. So I think that this time round the approach is good because Makachiro said we cannot live in a country where people mess up and get away. Because some of the big people involved in some of these scandals, they had classmates, and their classmates may could have decided, say, we will not be politicians. I'll go to the field of medicine, or be a nurse, or be a say. But the mere fact that you chose politics doesn't mean that you are better than that person. But because we have, your friend saying, the way I say politics in Intino, I say, when you rap politics, we are billionaire. At all costs, you must make money. And whatever means possible. See your mind, see your mind, come see you. So I bet an easy way of making money. So you see that now, everybody want to join the political bandwagon. Yeah. Because that is the sure bet. This time I'll become rich. Because the system is gaping. There is no sense of responsibility. There is nobody out here in charge. No oversight responsibility. State institutions are weak. And they do whatever that they want to do. They get away with it. This is the time for us to look at the narrative and send signals to people. Say, governance, leadership, politics in this country going forward, it's no longer business as usual. That there is a conventional red lines that has been established. Our government is so determined. Say, if you go beyond this limit, now don't sabo or mind sikama, there will be consequences for you. That is the only way we can deal with some of these things. But my culture say, in our individual nature, even a hakra yeti, Obia in their free will will be evil and commit atrocities. But some menu who said there are consequences for our actions. We are not doing whom you know. But Omana yeti now say we are there. Consequences be anyhow. People become rich overnight, buying properties, and there is no system in place to check lifestyle. People owning chains of buildings and so forth. How they got the money? Because in other jurisdictions, America and other places, among for your rich, you know, they are there is a paper trail you can find out and identify where the person earned a single cent. As tax and so forth. Ghana and Kwan will be popping up all of a sudden. Now only build chains of buildings. Where they got that money from, nobody knows. I think that media for us as for chairman. No. Chairman. Then yes. So I think that is the problem. We must begin to change things in such a way, say, other countries are doing. If you go to a place like China, that is what we need to do in this country. But you see, we got to a point. State institutions and the avenues and they motivate a man for to engage in some of these things. You their course or Yoko. You their course of special prosecutor and as a forum individuals now investigating ended up to be heroes. Then the state institutions ended up being demonized. You their toe. Your first even Kiseja Martina Midu and several other way. I think that here, the last time I catch us as I also fight corruption and you must set up office of the special prosecutor and you must set up this. What you need is political commitment. So me presidency way, me the atola and also just to ensure say I may deal with issues of corruption. But Odehyeeba kwa edi enya okroma issues of corruption. And sir sikana ye yisu a yemfa nyansa nto ho aban sika ntino they can just invest it in any venture. For instance, Sky Train.
$2 million.
$2 million. Our company now, nka obeye saade no krom hakro nyensi ha. Any assessment, any feasibility study, but nipa da seni tenase at the comfort of their destiny. Sika way we can find a paper trail, and you realize that the Sikano Anko company be a man for Botomu Kroma.
That was under the watch of his Joe Gatti, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Joe Gatti.
Exactly. Now, train the name from no crowd, a cocoa sea saying, you see, sometimes I can't say, Nyansa a general who train the name from no crowd, you were saying any other generous road. And at a cabinet meeting now with reasonable people and somebody raised this particular point, automatically you tell the person that this is absolute nonsense because there was a train me and Kroma, Yara for train be Utima dead as a form. At no point we are not able to deal with it. You're talking about Sky Train and you paid $2 million. I got to Akwasa agrobi we nipa ni so and this is on my $100 month for to the stand say yetia na no Donald Trump cancel a USAID no how people are serving because the money comes in and we are foolishly throwing it out sika no months are no formo he making sure that he can also the and the day has come. The reality has dawned on us. So I think that we must begin to do some of these things and implement some of these harsh policies. Wherever we'll be able to find a honor, or we say business as usual. So the special prosecutors, the UOCO, the BNIO, we are not expecting that they will be dress rehearsal. As usual, for those populists, we invite, where nothing comes out of it. Ghana want a concrete action plan regarding all these cases, because corruption, of course, under Akufo-Addo time, I'm not answering discuss here. And then you see, you'll be from your friend saying, I think La Paz side, ho baby. This new meter is here about more air force to the man for you. Yeah. Almost for the past 1 week in the light doom.
And I said, been a me experience.
Yes.
Because you say a new meter.
Exactly. What from OBM?
Oh, the last time in our low currents.
Good.
Also air conditioner and
that is the same.
Fridge
Exactly.
Bob needs to so but yet to me for light and
exactly.
And I was like, what is happening? I feel there. Off craft.
When you new meters in Libya, the same thing almost over. But I'm saying somebody procured and say, wow. Yeah, because of course financial loss to the state,
by force.
Meters now, Enyan say, I think that quickly government need to move in because every single person here when you new meter is going through these low current challenges. And I am telling you, that La Paz, people have been complaining for the past 1 week in here. Light in this so Bob will say yes, and these people are still in town or move to 2 amount for meters, still airborne new meter because somebody went to buy those meters and I say you're born by force. My making sure says Sikano, your friends, and also baby. These are we cannot use state institutions to do some of these things. Challenges now man for Ekomno or from Mumfiwo. Because people have been calling ECG for the past 1 week, 2 weeks in here. The whole community there is no light because of these new meters. And the part of most suffer with new meters no more bono. And nobody is going to their aid. And what you have to credit? Light. But who need light? And there is nobody who complaining.
Because I was thinking Monday, yes. Monday no area I pon with Juma ye coffee. And yes, so light no asa. I dem light the to me find ya. And ye 100 cities Monday because me say oh me na me person me hwe say what 100 cities a ebedi nothing. Yes. Tie 100 cities Monday. And Wednesday. Nasa.
Yes. Yes.
So I was surprised and I'm like, it doesn't mean that every 24 hours piano, you ever consuming 100 cities.
Exactly. And that is a challenge. And as some ways, it will be a phone line too much. You will see number of people complaining about this new meters and as a phone or mobile. And the challenges, this low current issue. Won't be fun charge you phone cry. This is a major challenge. So the question is, your friend saying, near my band or more, due diligence before doing some of this because what I know is never be at the same ground.
Yeah, a damn thing for there be smart if I remote to Kitwa away. That remote to Kitwa away. Sa meet away no.
Yes.
And no be near you.
Yes.
Light and a banana more way.
Good.
Wait.
Yes.
I have also air conditioner and fridge and so. Yes. And you
are not the only person going through this. I'm telling you, Nipa my friend bro 10 echo 20. Hey. At the same challenge that we go through. And you see, your machines and that's what problem, baba. But how you respond to the challenges and address them it's a major thing. What from we tell you be crab san kan kwasa sabachira waka ho. And these are the challenges people are going through. In this state, that is meant to be solving problems, It's creating problems because somebody is forcing a particular way. From a number of reasons I can't tell. Because of this. But the thing is causing problems for a man for. And that is the side we are looking at. I am not looking at a civil cost or whatever. I'm looking at the challenges people are going through. They may have their reasons for bringing some of these things. But it must not affect a man for.
Exactly.
What you feel na uda sumu why nyama light off and nobody is doing anything about it. I think we need to look at some of these things. Now making sure that state institutions, will be effective, they will be candid and do things in a manner sabi amanfo ehun beto mo na ye ma me yese me ya kwaje me cat because my crab meters aban beko sa meter wo mo kraba because aban no ba beko asi akra ntem na de bekra no jeje ne ho ne ma wie na ye ja gum na ye ja ne hoko so the interest of the state no even because the thing is supposed to serve a purpose. The thing is creating problem for people. And nobody is as somewhere because the widespread complaint now, but you expect by now officially there have been a statement out there clarifying why some of these challenges are happening and an assurance say you will deal with the situation. What's the Obiaka? Nobody has spoken about it because they don't care, they don't respect us. And this narrative, new narrative, must not include some of these practices. And I think they're going forward, we need to look at some of these things. Now, buying finance form, now you feel across every sector. Just to ensure that the due diligence and due process will be followed everywhere. Sabaya man for MA use in the name of Mewaha. Na yemfa MA personal business. I know the day na Ghana for there so far. So yeah, the fight against corruption include all these things.
Serious and
yes, wide.
But in fact, as someone okay, government
yes. Yeah, and call a pass a whole community ne kwashe my side or the whole for the past 1 week omuni light na ebeba but won't even find charge phone. Yes, and all these people going through these new meters I install for a for. How can you do this? This is a crowd. You can't do this. They disrespect you so much. So I think government will have to move in and whatever they need to check some of these meters and ensure that they are indeed your friend saying a several purpose of Ghanaians and son of the
the same problem no more a creative ma a career was so many aside or money.
Yes, Muntia
bill, Kofan, Tokwabe Brema, Nipakura, yes, a Bimukras, what did them?
Yes,
a terrible, yes, because they meter politically a Yinsinomumi and Kobo, your boy and your fan to ECG system. So, and over the years, now Omuntia bill. And all of a sudden, boom, near Command Pabako bill bears a 200 million. Over Quadani Pano cry, dear Noye. She will both those who are there or no better than 200 million.
Yeah, and I know, your Maya is Yansa. You see, the procurement regime now, Kasa, in some of these state entities and enterprises, we need to look at it again.
Exactly.
Say ECG Soresa or Kotomita new one about. What are some of the processes, the procedures, in the near form just to ensure that the model banner valid and any individual be now China will be across the side name of Bidia Boom and or the Bragana. It is about how I ebenya na yenya cut free home. I don't know whether some of these things go through due processing as for and due processing I go through no crowd no. Nipa no moto ni na politically exposed individuals. So I know the day they just sign go bring it. I know the day the state will suffer. And some of these procurement breaches in as for go through almost every single state institution in this country. Time has come for us. So I say you see governance in daily no solve problems. And some of these daily occurrences, NSA inform me what to do. At the end of bar, you move in, you solve. A bar, you move in, you solve. Ghana and Kwa is the only place problem will come today. We wake up the next day to discuss the same problem. Next year, we come back to... The last time I was talking to you about the Auditor General report. Why will people sit at the agency and as an institution? No, what background for 1 year? There is no internal mechanism to ensure that some of these things, we stop it. Now you're sending book until Auditor General report. No media the 1 week I discuss it ends there. We wait for another episode to come. We are not a reasonable people. Report no the man would when you went how the Auditor General report no won't be for 2 years to crank kind. Yes. Me I told them to me sim some kan over kanya ebu a what me copy be so na obu afu kan. So and at the end of the day nothing comes out of it. And nipa no mo your friends say agency institution level no onim say no nothing will come out of it. So they will continue. Now what be say why would somebody sit at National Service Secretariat now what cookie ghost names for 7 to 8 good years? Auditor your friends say I controller and accountant general department bisa won say due diligence ben and say you tia man for ka processes ben you go through do we verify accountants no more this institution how are they able to check say individual this sika money or you nipa work grant or you aduma na account number no you see, we don't do some of these things. Parliament, I had the lesson, I command, and said, do oversight responsibility, no. Were they able to cross-check? So let's know, as against people on the ground, no. Does it tally? You see, Obia, you know, mind who Obia, baby, Obenya, Bibiadi. And I think that is something that President Mahama must be committed to changing.
Okay.
Because you change ya. Now, my catches are what you say, Yankopon Bay Ghana Bay, ya bottom, Yankopon Yadagio. Yamin to show mine anywhere. A young Cassa and you better show mine. Young son, I want in your media mind, the rest is up to us. See, the boy and one bro, the bedo. Now, say Yamibo, we have how many years in here? Over 10 million years ago. Yeah. You be young, ye. Your mentality and a quiet for your journey. A brony person in Kumiano, until say somebody will rise to the occasion and say, hey, I'm in charge of this country. And this is the direction that I want this country to go. And you are taking no prisoners. That is the only way. We need that kind of strong, determined, decisive leadership. That will say, this is what I want. This is the vision. I am driving everybody along. Either you stay or you drop. That is the only thing. And yes, this country will get nowhere. Some of these institutions, you see, Parliament, they will go there, they will joke, and they call to cross say. Executive, sometimes partisan business and as a forum. So maybe that's we are Ghana and not linked to any political party. Which institution can you trust say they will do a deal open?
Now say it's written up and say a predicted court judgment.
Exactly.
Ade na be si da.
Exactly.
Asem bi o we timi ready as we wo mo kwatena si we ya no apa so eno anom beka.
And you see, you cannot blame them. And I've told you, you see, your constitution, you know, several portions of it outlive the essence and usefulness regarding where we are today. Yeah. And there are a lot of ambiguity in our constitution. And those gray areas give judges discretionary powers to decide. And unfortunately, we have judges, some who are so corrupt to the extent say, I don't know, they are there doing partisan business. So to take away that excessive discretionary power from judges, you look at the constitution, you review and give clarity to some of the clauses. For instance, the say we are Ghana the now cry your friends say American passport which me MP yes obi na tena say allegiance and citizenship or equity through Supreme Court ruling. Because allegiance is different from being your friends say obi only allegiance to a country, you know, different from being a citizen. Because Akufo-Addo na ban ni nkrofo abraba ombeboye, do you believe that they own allegiance to this country?
Because America.
So you cannot equate allegiance to citizenship. Allegiance and kasa abraba born in say nkrase se mo mbey no kroma tia this country ma o mine abofom no enkomo nye. So you can't say allegiance is equal to but because the law is gray on those areas, you know, somebody gave that interpretation and we are here today. And again, as we speak, say obi ko parliament and I know na me catch it. He found a journey officially a beginning from. As then when Nipa na converting ya the party.
Yeah.
And now cover ECG, yes, Electoral Commission forms our fele. And now yatu abama na wie. Na ye declare no. And now say ya fan say yes when in. He found a start free. That is the problem I had dealing with question. There's no clarity in our law. So that particular thing will give judges power to put their interpretation there. And baby or to be no, you can't challenge them because the law is at the bosom of the judge. So I know that they want because the ambiguity in the constitution is so clear. So we need to look at some of these things and redefine them. So that who read here on the surface of it, you know, you see, say these are clear terms or be interpreted, then you can come in and say and say, but there be one problem. Yabekwaba. Jachi kwesi issue no once obi a drop citizenship allegiance. Once obi aka yako parliament hwan. Yabe chance next year be sian babiem then na radio so are busy. We are not serious people.
Star 413 option 4. Cash flow and no pay unsa ebetimi aka sika pa honorable so ejerios bibi kaswa or 16 years. Okay, we'll respond to obi message. Conscious agbenu agosu or say Ivan Che innocent, I trust you, more fire. Okay, Fatima answer. Or that is Ghana for you, bro. No say NKOSUO or say President Mahama is coming to give Ghanaians hope once again. Mami chose kakana feminine innocent and swam. Tewu omo airborne training so omo withdraw omo vehicle maintenance allowance and for that matter omo person omo cost strike ho asem ye ba be kasisia star 413 hash option 4 star 413 hash option 4 me ba cho yiro ho na fa number 2 so sisia na yankoya nim star 413 hash option 4 me ba cho obetimi aso awo number no e de atoso na chese yakoya nim enche kra ye wie one topic ya me ba be road draw no eti esi ade me pese wo ye ma me ene se wodo number e be to system no eso star 413 hash option 4 star 413 hash option 4 na wa selecting pacho 5 Ghana cedis pe na we here na wodo number atoso e de aba me wetimi enya 1000 cedis wetimi enya 500 Ghana cedis into me pacho bonus no eyade a ubetimi edo ho ahyemu na 6 match de ende me ankasa mayere me ho a me twa ne den nti eno no nyame ya adom a ekina mema process ni nyina na wonso watimi ase wo grofo ani abre gova e wa de papa sigade uti binka na watumrika na wakwa akope bi very important me concentration mu ache mienu because me twa cash flow e wo me phone no so nti na maye to engage no me pacho we nyina ye hia sika ni bi ye ko weekend say ya na ye deja nti me pacho yero ho na fa wo number eto system no so e ma me e beboa ye papa na won so watimi enya wo chefa star 413 hash option 4 no cash flow anope enche me ba be road draw no e the amount na also watimi win big na say enwa eno no you know that one follow Tewu for nkomo na wo mudi no wo mo say wo vehicle maintenance allowance aban say wo drop it there na omu nkwa adwuma
yeah I think Ghana na no because say a serious country we are not serious so sometimes people tend to take certain decisions out in chance now what is happening Nancy as President Mahama appoint you to GES and for one of the institutions and for that water
closac
yes
deaf and deaf
good yeah workers say
just servant into omompe
you see so we are Ghana now we are Jumainia I cannot take away your right to protest because even the constitution make it quite clear so when you're comfortable with your working conditions everything you have every right to protest in the way of ensuring government be amount and in that protestation there are procedures there are options alternatives that you can employ one has to do with negotiation then as for such discussions but you see to withdraw services because allowances are not ideal incentive for your demand because of a a bonus because of extra stuff that you do so because of that withdrawing services because of those extra way does not make sense when your base pay is for the job that you do on daily basis. But you see, and I'm saying over the years, we are not critical people. We don't look into some of these things. I'm entitled to car maintenance allowance. But you are not being paid because of car maintenance allowance. You are being paid because of your base salary. So base salary now who argue you can withdraw services and talk to government. Exactly. But the allowance, you based on negotiations, we don't withdraw services. I don't know if you get a point that I'm making. I understand that because allowance in there yes. But what catch you na nkasa there no ye adwuma wo ye so you can't withdraw when you don't have any issue with your destiny. Your salary. But you have I'm not saying you cannot your friends negotiate and not protest. You can still protest, but you don't withdraw service. There are several ways you can engage government just to ensure or making sure that those incentives are available to you. I don't know reasons why government would decide to take such initiative away, but some of these things has to do with proper negotiations, discussions, and I'm not sure that government will just wake up and say, I'm taking them away. There could be reasons. So whatever it is, you have your friends saying the power to engage, discuss, and have some of these things. Now, anything will be outside my withdrawal services, there are no consequences. For Donald Trump. government mean kokasema withdraw services so obeba no be to desk here
yes.
Exactly, and Ghana is the same thing. There are a lot of people sitting home. So if we decide that our approach is to hold government hostage, young you are forced. A time will come, a group of people will go and sit home and people will go and take their position. Maybe a president, that is some of the options that I will consider, because you cannot hold me hostage. Trust me, I am the man in charge, making sure that I drive the larger vision of the people of this country and to ensure say we achieve what we want to achieve. Look at where Ghana is today. Economically, we are not doing well. Things are ayabasa. So you need to drive cautiously just to ensure say you fix things as you go. But at the early stages of government and people decide, oh, because of car maintenance allowance, because of this allowance, when your base pay is being paid, you don't have any issue. Recently, we had this 10% increment, which a lot of people have concern about. And so, the economy, you expect government to give 50%. People are even lucky that at these early stages, President Mahama has been able to give 10%. Economy now, maybe you don't understand. I wish you could project Ghana economy for people to see the state of Ghana's economy. And trust me, maybe in 10% you can overdrop it. Yes. So I think that these are some of the things that we need to do. But this drawback and they are legitimate costs, they are legitimate concerns. Every Ghanaian who are just satisfied with the working conditions, because some of these monies, one way or the other, are also back in their way. But you have to withdraw services. That is not the way to go, because your base salary, there is no problem. These allowances, you can still be at the job place. Now we're negotiating with government. There are several ways I'll be to get government attention just to ensure that. But always withdrawing services. At the end of the day, the impact will go on all of us. And then, impact feel it. But what about other sensitive institutions that when they withdraw services, it affects OBR? Just imagine say you have certain nurses and the doctors to say, so your car allowance and as if for hospital be anyhow. Do you know what will happen in this country? So when it happens in some of these areas, I'm for our dream, but go to the other side and will be a feeling impact. That's how hypocrite is the reason why I am adopting this approach in dealing with this matter. So that across boards, the benchmark will be the same thing. Stay, negotiate, and make sure say you get better conditions. But you will draw a service. Just imagine doctors and nurses decide to go the same way. Can we survive in this country? And going forward, I think the government must also come in just to ensure, say, emolument regime, is so skewed to the stand, say, a benefiting majority of people and other people suffer. For instance, now, Mamia or SICCOE, or the on kasa de ne earnings betu be ya utu wani na wo something one person is enjoying as a CEO of SIC. Na obi a ono so medical doctor wa bra ba ya doctor at hospital baby. Na at the end of the month ono 12,000 onya as a salary. Obinya 10,000 as a salary, obinya 13,000. Na obi because or your CEO at a particular way allowance onya no cross so chan salary as a doctor. I would treat life as a nurse. I know that we are humans. People begin to do comparison as a form, and I know that the motivation, the intrinsic motivation, for you, they will not do it. So I think we need to target our emolument structure. Now you're making sure, say, the obia deserve no nsabeka. Na nkwase ya packet ade ede ni nyina kogu baby see obi. Your friend say
because sometimes say I don't understand say see obi you na cut you as the same president court.
Exactly.
Does it even make sense?
Me say CEO no crowd these state-owned enterprises go there and check, none of them and they make a profit. These are debt driven in institutions. None of them and state-owned enterprise quite recently. You saw the report. Over 2.2 billion Ghana cedis and in this country. For the past 4 to 5 years, now you over 10.2 billion. So institutions and agencies that are supposed to make profits, they are running debt, but they are the very people who are best paid in this country. Who at the same Bank of Ghana, or not to meet now when you are over 60 billion. na o take fast salary allowance o tia man ho cry over 50,000 a month ne na se for no so I know the day
obi mfie be du akatua
exactly
no agye no boso me ba
and what we don't value in this country is services being rendered by people I am value omo no ni nyina account dem o man no kono police ni adwuma wa bi ni say hia but police for nyina withdraw from the system. Do you know what will happen in this country? Look at teachers, look at nurses. Obia who here, and we need to structure the emolument distance as a nipa the base salary enough. They will not complain about car allowance and as a for them to withdraw their services. It's just there is a fundamental problem. Or to know her Article 71 holders, bafu, yamane gardener, yamane security, yamane cook, yamane driver, yamane yafanzang bet allowance, hook allowance, all those nonsense of allowance, entertainment allowance, or 2 kwanya per diem. Then as for we pay in dollars, for them. So one person at the end of the day is going home a month with over 1 million Ghana cedis. The same teacher near okra similar qualification wa go to amount for Lego wakobi. Amount for UCC wakobi. Wa go through a okra first class and other classroom or the child there. But because the choice is on this side of the coach, the salary. Yeah. Na yere ne ma da be teacher ni bia minim no. Odina ka tua nyina agye mo. Sa mo na mo de be firi o mo ne na se for no. Yeah. But so me so our salary aka nuru 600 Ghana cedis. E bia me kan say wa wo bebre ne ma be 6. Wo be da hwe mo. I think there is a fundamental challenge. President will have to set up a committee. The emolument structure of this country will have to be looked at.
Now, that tripartite committee, no. Can't they do Sanyama way my
yeah, okay, committee. I want the committee no more tea ni mu na nkasa mo what they are gaining is what and no, this is Ghana for you. Committee na yate no or not tenacia. Go and look at allowances and the benefits they are asking for. Until it ends there. It ends where their interest ends. When I call negotiating for wine, I said we are making it's a fundamental problem. We need to look at overhaul this emolument structure and say qualification. It doesn't matter where you are. If you go to America, there are people or Juma or even filling station or any better than somebody in government.
Yeah.
There are people need so push your friend saying almost a sabola. The earnings will be all Juma somewhere in the government. It is about what you do. Because we don't value other services. Within services, and I say honorable take care now. What about radio station? Now upon no be a dinner. Honorable. It's all that life is about. Yeah, born now. No, 100 Ghana. No, a child. That is honorable for you. But services are way be all rendered. No, such a what the honorable is rendering.
Yeah.
Because look at somebody or engineer in America. Obi or a medical doctor in America in a hospital. The people he's serving. How many politicians and a year do so you need to pay such people well so that the say honorable no ban no because baby on he's earning well. So teacher in our Ghana they are earning well. Doesn't matter where you post that person. People will stay. Now you know obviously Jena Fato BBD, that kind of stuff. Debiana Yere Gunusu dinner Temsa Mobra, but he's working for government. Nemagunusu they can't attend good schools in as a forum, but or yeah, Jumama buying. What will be the motivation? Or quite Juman 1 week, or quite 3 days, no way. So there is a fundamental problem. I am expecting President Mahama says a Nema wing Chema on sit down. Now you shed the emolument structure across board. Now you review. Now you're making sure that the base salary of every single Ghanaian, is something, worthy. Some people will know, is it allowance? I cannot blame people who drain services because of salary. Now your salary,
allowance,
exactly. Salary, so allowance in the idea, I got them going. But we live in a country of about 33 million Ghanaians. Yeah, people who work for government are less than 800,000. But omo government appointees can't say we no sika omoje eso change the entire people. I just say we are sick as a country. Abaye politics and abaye nice avenue people are making money. So I think we need to sit down and think. You see, Ghana at this point we need thinkers. People will be able to diagnose the challenges, the problems, and for fair solutions address it. And then commitment to do is another thing. That is the only way. Ever say, Nkaban say, Obi has a president baby. But that is the only way you can make money. But I don't know, Obi a teacher ni, Obi a nurse, Obi a doctor. He will not be waiting for government appointment. Because Obi wa America now or a nurse or work here hourly or earning the big money. And monthly, no, he's doing well. They don't even waste their time talking about politics. You only hear politics when they are going to the next election. But from day one to the next to election day, there be a politics. Because that is the only way a man for we eat. About radio, so no, come out on number, no, after on number, and then me come out. Now I send you 200 a man. On number, me come out. A serial caller, as all count number, some man or recorded, no Sunday man. And you see, these people, you can't blame them. There is no job opportunity. The people who are supposed to create the incentive will not create. They want to own everything so that we become slaves. That was the last time I was telling you, say, politics, leadership in our part of the world, you know. Poverty, a tool, a deliberate political tool, impoverish the people, enslave them so that always and always they see you when you come to their aid as their God. That is the politics that is happening. And the Oko constituency are not pa, yeah. MP no ba no munya tesa wa ba. The whole constituency jitwi na yakojina na ponano. Honorable me ware this weekend o me adoring. Honorable me na nawu. And we MP na constituency within a weekend we di ho agrabeto fundaka be 40. Because obi ni nipa wu di the constituency no obi about ho. Well, you are the only person they look up to. Also we need sasika, what do you have to do? Esa won so we here we try cut corners to get something. Obi a okoye wedding about honorable. Now we need to get wedding. But omunyina be ba ho. Meyira honorable, meyira wo, honorable me ba school fees. But that is the culture we have created. Creating an impression say we rap politics in my avenue, we are rich. And all the emoluments near channel to you, but you are spread it across border. Obi oye teacher ni. Why would the person go to honorable for? Your friend is saying for sika. Say or the kutia ne ba medical bills na se for them. We need to restructure the emolument way no. Say ya wherever obi are finding a hono, life will be comfortable, so that you may not have to depend on Obi. This life of dependency, this slavery kind of way, emolument structure, and look at Obi and President Mahama will have to look at it and make sure say you review the emolument structure, say even across board, depending on not where you are. It should be what you do. So it's possible say Obi on Kroma also Zoom lion baller no or any better than Obi or bank. It should be possible because hard work pays. Elsewhere in America, hard work pay.
Oh, I had a hard work be and pay. People you work smart.
Yes, and now no, Madam for be frame also ye broni bi adwuma no mo kwa. Omo ye ya jeje obi a phones and they'll make sure say 5 hours now you work 5 hours. Kroma obi kwa adwuma ko report no nam afa no kwasra na girlfriend. People don't work, so I know the day hours na the year adwuma no. What is the productive output? When I quantify upon all the economic discussions across Kroma, what is obi data be able to anim say Ghana for your adwuma 1 hour, this is our productive output. What be that? People they don't even go to work. You go to workplace, people are not there. But ukwa abuechira na yakase warehouse na wo ya. Say boxes na wo peja. Wo page 1 hour na wo peja boxes 50 minutes. Non stop. And sana maybe you go break oba be year you are working. But that thing is not there. Clock in, clock out. In government institution, there should be a system that clock in, clock out is there. So that Nipano every day we are able to monitor. So at the end of the day, controller and accountant general will get the data to be able to assess Nipano 28 days, this number of days, you are entitled to your full salary. One car. There should be a way. You see? So as a smart government, and I make say, you see, or you're smart or you're smarter as government. Okay. So in a day, you make sure they clock in every 2 hours. Oh, Master, we are smarter. You should be smarter. Every 2 hours you clock in.
And I want to have my baby.
Exactly. Obisun clocking mobi. You force people to be at work. And I think some of these things.
It's true. Government institutions. You have a corner to a man credit you.
Yes.
But no chin any. Who be sent some crown? Yes. She any crown.
Na adia san ya na nsam me call baby say me kota de nipa na o te kanta no ejina TikTok na tesa asa wo bona so ma for work time na no hwe TikTok na ya bia sound de asama wo kan kra government institution working time TikTok, that kind of nonsense. The culture is so sick. I think
social media and I'm a boy and crowd.
YouTube video be at them. Oba penny was sorry, the secret camera. No, dear,
no, so the achievements, I don't know. Yansha, your last topic enough, Yenny Hearts Builders, and met to us so. May I sure they say Boko, Yenny Mara. Asem no ka na asem hwanyan enti bibi ketwa bi ekwa keka ne ho pe na asan agensemu yese enkura yi a wo mo ewo senior high school yi ye ka ne sen Boko Technical Institute na afi senior high school ba ko ewo wo mo ye peace ceremonial
okay
adane tokwa ama wo ma ko abro mo ho sai niema oh god. Yeah,
I think that Boku issue, gradually get it out of hands. And I think that there should be a serious approach. You see, over the years, that mediation, reconciliation, that kind of way, it doesn't seem working. I don't know what the fundamental problem is, but whichever way you see it, it's tribal. There is this ethnocentric dynamics. And when people get peeved based on tribal sentiment and as for now, deep-seated and deep-rooted. It's very difficult to do away with it. That is why I think we need to look at the problem and devise means of. There are concerns on your friends that we are man for accuse some individuals of sister two from Accra to some individual fueling the conflict and as a forum. I think the government must come up with a definitive approach. I bet me what decisively to do with some of these things. You see, issue now, bana individuals are among victims. There are people, the perpetrators. How do we even deal with them? We cannot just say it's just war, conflict, so you commit atrocities and get away with it. When we get people involved in some of these things, the punishment should be so severe and so consequential to the extent that nothing will motivate you to do some of these things. But Boko conflict is starting. The corporate,
from
one who says severe punishment to be a baby. So there is enough motivation for people to do. Guns that people where they got it from, you don't even know. Sometimes you do search and you're able to identify people owning guns in as a forum, and we've been able to question them. How we need that particular gun? Because to get a gun, it might come from somewhere because maybe we free, there should be a paper trail. We should be able to identify some of these things. So I think government will have to, and then I am for no more honor, or we are behind some of these things. Then we also speak to them. Because the communities, these things are happening. The economic deprivation there is so astonishing. So, but offenses obeying access to gun to go and kill Ninuya. Because of chieftaincy, because of whatever reasons. And this thing has been dragging for far too long. I'm free said, whatever the problem is, there must be a decisive action from government just to ensure we end this nonsense once and for all. Because at the end of the day, the amount of money our state spending, sending troops, soldiers, can equally give life to young people. Go to among Krano, among Mututo to Okono, Kwanakosha Omamba, life or live. And these are some of these young people who have a lot of talent, opportunity, potential, but because the elderly are blinded with some of this tribal nonsense in Intino, they don't even see the potential in their own kid, and they need for them to stop this nonsense and make sure Sikano will be invested in their kid, because some of these atrocities being unleashed on themselves, they are passing it down to their kids. They will come and continue because ne papa chance and the enemy papa na they will grow to hate them. You understand? So I think that this nonsense, government is also working to ensure that they stop. The people out there, nankasa tama sesi omuhunyansa hunse baby atama do no sa tribal nonsense we mfa nko baby a development any here. If you don't want development for yourself, fight it for your own people, your kids, because your children deserve better. You need to put them in good schools and make sure they don't grow up in such a toxic environment because they will become what you are. Your kids will become what you are and what you're doing. So this whole thing will continue in their entire life. They will grow hating one another, and other people elsewhere are growing in an environment where they are being exposed to AI, computers, and as for them. And at time you see, so you become useless in the world environment because a man for growing up. These are some of the things your parents got you exposed to. Papa for no ne ahim for na for no. Government has a responsibility to ensure that this nonsense stop, but the ultimate responsibility rests on the chiefs. And somebody need to look to them in the face and tell them this ugly truth. And yet there be a government in Sunday truth. The ultimate responsibility rests on the chiefs. I don't know, it's a diamond or say whatever. I for what reasons? I think we need to speak in plain languages to the chiefs, both sides. No, who say what they are doing is absolute nonsense. There is no space for such things in this modern society. You me? What here we are thinking Internet of Things. We are thinking progression. We are thinking about your friends say how we can reposition this country. Say by young people will take advantage. That young people no include people at Boko, young people at Boko. And crying you by lawyers are more there and some can grow to become way, but if this is what they are being exposed to, what is the chance that they can even go to school? Well, I'm told school then cry a treasure to me. Yes, yeah, sorry, dying. What to come to me by use a market our con free tribe when no be a kunkwa. Such nonsense cannot continue. So government, in as much as I blame government for some kind of way, we don't see that swift way, a buying cannot stop the conflict until the people there are ready to give up. And they need to partner and make sure say because sika to be near me betimi obekona nipa ne nantwie no minsuo from form and winya pipe on water wompe na sika na ye to gu no na ye me ya no say enkra mayo mu free north ebakumas be ye kaye ya ohu ebinum a omo ho fe young people with great talent. But because of baby opportunities are not there, they are forced to come to Kumasi to do kaya or bar. Because of our opportunity, no be na kwakoda. Now I am ne bano kro ni ne papa. Now crash and a chair no panel some pure water or so we kaya ye. Now you can't condemn people to this barbaric culture. It's not nice.
All right. Ivan che innocent and I'm stressing up mama na bre but me ana meet me aye sa. Mama na me bra panyi ase.
Mini listo when I jam
no one was him. Okay. Mama na Ivan ase na me twa me ho tew emra me ba Heart Builders Real Estate e wa ha me no be bon komo. Basisia.
About 3 but Brania Kofa Krano. Hi, my uncle.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, darling.
Mommy, why didn't you come and get me?
Don't worry, I'll come and get you next time, okay?
Okay.
Ima, Shahana top your tabag back for Breme. Aha, Ima, pe shop ne wahano. Keso mo tolobi for one to be Breme. Ima, she hand to banche mami.
Madam, I don't pay so be kufiana. When you brother problem ana.
It's ninti na mpese monsieur. De wo fie nyina anye adwuma.
And it's an tidia. Yan come me go. Akoto new high sense air condition. Say the airport wo.
Sir.
Mo twan no ko fa opuna bro. So that's.
Mati.
Na my wara ko tuma ko pese o so sin na wa shim se o sin nyina.
Insurance so me sort o dodo.
Me pacha one am no kasa. Hisense air condition obie ni jiho. And then obie pato. Esan say our gold plated fins, high quality copper pipes, eco-friendly gas, and a 4-in-1 filter system. Hisense air condition from ano. Air clean and a ensansu nyedede. Your split and your floor standing. Your standard and an inverter cooling system. And to say who can day? Ko Hisense showroom bia. Every 18th, a copy 28th February. Ya Titi so say who? Boom. To Hisense in there. Nina 5 years manufacturer defense warranty.
Hello, Mira. Wouldn't say a free 18th, a copy 28th February. Hisense for AC.
Bravo! Wow, Odehyeeba Kofi.
Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Evergreen, man. Wow. We can do this in front of him. Abra ya bafu for na parenting edi ono enkwada eba. Ejina wan kono na me putsa me ho se. Na ebi paranche. Spirit we bonded as colleagues at the dining hall.
OMAN Ghana NKOSUO Essuman Heart Builders Real Estate. Your future planners, we are there. Say yebeboa. Na day was why a landlord, why a landlady, Papa B. Yeah, what airport city, what I say, Chopoli area, honor your guy was sure. And see, no son, no buy and which you proceed. What I say, besides that saying, yeah, then Yamiasi, we are fine. Yeah, the one so fine, pa. That's all. Boy, young command, Saturday, the meaning baby, be what baby, a tokrubium in baby, say, Bagana for everyone no pay no, Shay and baby a war, nay, a fair prizes and send your baby to me at Chianica Kaka, near Siaji.
What's and pay me my washafoni na action. Na me my city we washafoni na so akwaba. And I no pay say what share na a Heart Builders Real Estate. Send na munim ne dadano. And then so edano asanya so say be pie so na enkomo adane diet me eba ne mo bedino. And then so yet to me atwa so e de amamo. Heart Builders Real Estate send your munim ne dadano sa se papa e ho daro e na ene de yabase e ba bebo e de amamo. Na senior my sister Edika de Kano na Chopolifo mo say airport no aha but to me I can come na maba yes sister ya mo aha so person wo kan sister ya ho de na ye ntembra Heart Builders Real Estate for ye nchen na beje airport city e Chopoli ne na so ti me be share ne hobby obi share e na no pay ene na ye da Edika ya ode share Heart Builders Real Estate also share na chira kwan a ye wa Ashaman Kaketo Junction opposite Ashama Divisional Command na see oho na ye butuo ne ye di dwuma e de aboa OMAN Ghana fo nyina Heart Builders Real Estate yen sase no ye da ho a e won ne duduro mu e wo e Shy Hills Ningo Pram sanso e na e Chopoli so wonim Shy Hills a e akosomu kwantempone so onya Tramonke Sanctuary ne kakra bi pe na chese what do Heart Builders Real Estate for ya sase and any Shy Hills no eso ewie sanso e na obepie mu Old Ningo Pramprama opposite the Ningo Secondary Technical School no oho na asase kakra da hon ma Heart Builders Real Estate for ye chucha e dia magana fo nyina enti baby biara wo wa wo temenka ena no pay your numbers no ebegu screen so o de fa na frɛ Heart Builders Real Estate na Chopoli so bra ye nchan airport city na bra na beje wo de numbers no ye be display na wo so afa se wo tie yen so a numbers no 0241
number now 0241
665
665
200 0241 665 200 and now 0540 226 276 0540 226 Ashafani atiefo amafa number si mo frɛ hard builders real estate na enkomo bi a wantumi anten wa ha no yebetumi ede emu nkyerɛ ede ama ofefefe Shire Hills 25,000 Ghana cedis Oba Odningo Pramprama 20,000 Ghana cedis promotional price etiefo promotional price nyame adoba bosumi ewie ye pe ye the promotion na ebetumi e de abawie ye yes exactly promotion ye de ba ewie ye ending of this month enti baby biara wo wa wote ye kan to America na bra na be hye mu bi na nya sa dia bosumi ne ba ewie ye pe na beba bia wo na nyame asema enti bra chopoli na bra beje wo de 30,000 Ghana cedis airport city
what you say
bra na beje 30,000 Ghana cedis onya ne ba bia to say hard builders real estate for ye nchen promotion ya no more than a year menti bi da sanso na me hu bi da hard builders real estate yanko na ebetumi aye we nyina ede amawo yensase no se na medical kanu dodro na ewo ho entitu America na bra na beje wo de hard builders real estate enya sanse nko na heton eho akade nyina ye wo bi ewo honom se wo pe blocks wo pe bricks anya emoba sa wo pe biodigester wo pe polytanks ne hia ne se obefa hard builders real estate for your numbers no na wa fryen na baby biara wo wo no ye betumi edi dwuma edi aboa ye numbers no ye boboso biom na wo so wetumi afa ye numbers no 0241 665 200 0241 665 200 Sanso and 0540 226 276 0540 226 276 fire numbers no na fryen nyankopon adoma nyame adoma obi biara wutie yen ekina Friday sister yameboa
echina efie da
echina Friday mi dronyame baso life and colored baby biara wo share na what say en kasa water crade wo so menya baby biara wo koforidua o de fire numbers na friend nyankopon adoma echina fie da ya nimu ene memenda eka ho na hard builders real estate ye de ato ho e de amay yen customers se momra na emfa mo enko asase ne so na momfa mani enko hwe se ne ye betena hanu ma ye ka no na wo de weni akọ no akọhwe ne pepe na se wo kọ na ye ba na ye beka wo ekire bia no yetimi akọkodi hu dwuma e wo yen office anopa 7 o'clock pepe no wo do hard builders real estate for your officer e wo Ashama Kaketo Junction opposite Ashama divisional command na so ye no na wa ba ne ye do atena bus mu full air condition nyanya no aba betena se ne ye do akọhwe Shire Hills so se ningo prampram se ye chopoli na pesa wo kwa na yetimi the work of fefe na bibia free air condition nyanya betina sina hard builders real estate yemfa wo enko ye various sizes of plots aye wono na also fa weni ko na kohwe sister ya oni masama aba Sena no pay all share na hard builders real estate ye de asem there e de abraye na hwafo ne yetiefo nyina ne nyina ene say hard builders real estate ye wo cassava farm me more than 100 acres. Boy. Sisi aye de eba be ye banch mole. Enti se wo hwe
garin kan.
Yate ye ne director bekasa. Se wo hwe na se ope banch mole e woni duduo mo restaurant for choba for mo mutu akoton mo frɛ hard builders real estate from 50 bars edeko ubenya all sizes are wope bia no ne hia ni se obefa hard builders real estate for your contact na wa frɛ na banch mole business abey oso watumi ayebi na emfaso kakra ubenya no oso watumi ede ahyem ede ayawa de enti frɛ hard builders real estate na yentumi emboa na banch mole business a pesa wo ye no watumi afayen so aye enti sister ya
mo number no na yenko
I think for our share fire numbers no ne chat to na for hard builders real estate and no pay na enkomo bi aka no yentimi any no retray your numbers no eh 0241 665 200 0241 665 200 and now 0540 226 276 0540 226 276.
Yeah, that's a Heart Builders Real Estate, your future planners. And no Messiah, more than say, we don't to my baby, and one wow, I'm a nay, a rent be by Kumia, ye stressful. Nina, two be Chowsika, crabby now, one or the call, I'm no bay, she say, now what's me, and ye be happy then come Mr. Daniel Kofi Opoku, yes, we CEO Emma Kofi Dani Civil Works, and your birthday in Tinyami Onshroud. Now on your Cassia Pa, ever Yesu Christo dim with Flowere, and it will ma echo, and it will be a pewas and bia. What time for your bumper mouth, crab terminum, in Tinyami or more whom by Yesu demo, amen. And then so a year, me and Casaminia Bema Bacopa me feeling no Nami Yadano, in Shraba Buedu or Unia, Yami Onshroud, Inshra, Yana me fro. Ishi, what I say, Ishi, happy birthday to you, bro. I love you so much. You know how we do it, man. When I close, we get in contact. What I say, and then one kasa can you be chairman? Na me spoil what I say. I in Shaba Buedu. Happy birthday to you, bro. Nyame onsha on your kasiem. Manya no akinie. Say, ekoye. Oh, okay, nice one. Oh, why? Oh, today. Ana da yo ya na. No I can